we can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. We have Yah Kratis in the building. We have Josiah's World TV in the building. We have Really B in the building. We got Sahina in the building. She popped in right away. She popped in at the right time. Yes, in the building. And Terrence will be late as he always is.
You know he gonna get you when he come back on the panel.
Lord, he gonna get
He
you.
gonna get you, Scotty.
But y'all know I y'all know
Okay, now, okay, Scotty, now he showed his natural black ass last week. Do you want him to sit here and redirect all that attention from dropping onto you?
I could care less. Trust me.
Okay.
I could care less. Y'all know Terrence do not put no fear in don't put no fear over here. He know I go right back and forth with him. But I know he gonna get my ass when he sees this. But that's another story. Anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Before we get anything else, I just want to say that my mother has officially beat COVID. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yay.
Good. Back on her feet, doing what she needs to do. So shout out to my mama for that. But how y'all doing before we get into it? How y'all doing before we get into the ins and outs of Potomac? What's been going on with all of y'all?
I've been good.
So okay. I'm in the process of like watching the last minutes. So yeah, that's why I was so tired.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
Hey, listen. My sister is actually getting married next Saturday, so I'm in the last stages of this whole wedding situation. So, y'all know how that goes. So that's kind of what's going on my end.
I hate weddings.
I'm over it
I
at
hate
this
them.
point.
Yay.
Like,
Can y'all
my
hear me?
sister keeps
Why
trying
you
to
hate weddings?
I don't
Yeah,
hate weddings.
I
I'm
can
just over being in them. Like at this point in my life, I'm old. So at this point in my life, I have been bridesmaid, I have been usher, I have been hostess, I have been whatever is on the program other than ring
Really?
bearer and flower girl,
So,
I have probably
so,
done it well in bride.
so
So
you've been
I'm
the
over it.
pastor, you'd have been the preacher, been on the deacon board, you did
Okay.
everything, huh? All right, she was a flower girl once upon a time. Go ahead, please, God,
I
you better
probably
do
was.
everything.
I probably was at some point in time. So, you know. I'm happy
yeah,
for her, but I'm ready for it to be over.
being in a wedding is like the most stressful thing. I can only imagine what it is when you putting together your own wedding, but being in it is just
I wouldn't have.
so much going on.
I ain't been to
So
too many
many
of
different
those.
personalities. So many different personalities and all of that stuff. It'd be too much. Like
I
I just
mean,
need how.
I was at a wedding that never was, and that shit was fun to be.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, yes, yes.
Well, I've been in a couple of weddings that never should have happened. So, I mean,
I mean, I would prefer that rather than we supposed to have a wedding. Then next thing you know, it turns into a big ass party because the nigga that you trying to say and get married to left your ass at the altar. I mean,
Ooh,
but it
not
happens.
left at the altar though.
Yeah. My cousin was left at the altar. The shit was funny as fuck. Whole face was broke.
Oh god, that's not fun.
Oh my God,
It
no.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. All the shit she put me through growing up. Oh yeah, fuck her. I didn't say nothing to her because I let her, just because I wanted her to live in the moment. I wanted her to sink it, soak it all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Happened.
Well, my thing is, like when you're sitting in a wedding that you know should not happen, there's a thing where it's just like, I know that we're gonna be in divorce court probably before the ink is dry. Like I know this is a bad idea. So I don't know. I think I'd rather the wedding not happen and you sit there and you gotta smile and go through the whole pomp and circumstance and
But
dang well
you,
this is not the answer.
but you don't have to because I don't keep it 1,000. If I don't believe in the union, I ain't know shit. Talk about what shit you want. I just ain't gonna be there.
Well,
I'm spiteful. I'm evil as
Better
fuck.
that
So it
way.
is what it is.
you were just saying that everybody thinks you're the nice one too. See,
I am. I am.
you messing
I
up your
am.
own rep. You messing up your own rep.
No. When it comes to certain things, I just gotta be truthful with it. Like I said, I'm very nice, very kind, very astute, all these other different things, but at the same time, I'm real about my shit. So if I don't give a fuck about your union, I'm just not gonna be there. Say what you want, but at least I'm being upfront about it. Like fuck you and fuck him, or fuck him and fuck you. Like, well, I don't care. Hey, whatever.
Right.
Be married, be blissful. Go ahead, do that shit over there, and I'll
Okay.
see you in 2 years if it lasts that long.
Alrighty then.
All right. Oh.
Alrighty
Um,
then.
well, okay. So,
Was I not supposed to
okay,
be
so
honest? Was I supposed to sit here and lie?
No, you fine.
Hey, we
We
chilling.
love the honesty.
You are speaking from your
Okay.
heart and your truth. It's all good, bro. It's all
Okay.
love.
You ain't listen, it ain't bothering me none. You good.
Right.
You
You
good.
good.
Yeah.
But really, you can ask the audience. They will tell you I am one of the kindest people up here. Scotty actually did a poll of who was the shadiest out of all the men. I wouldn't
Well,
talk.
I already
That's
knew,
all I'm saying
yeah.
about
Hey,
that.
So
Nisi.
Yeah.
Thank you for the button up. You know what I'm saying? Look, straight off of work.
What was that stuff?
no, we were speaking to Nisi, but when it came down to that poll, whatever, Yarrell didn't win that poll for most shadiest male. It was Terrence
Because
that
I'm
won
not.
that poll.
Because I'm not the shadiest male on the panel. I'm
Listen,
not.
and Terrence, yeah,
yeah,
like
Terrence was supposed to win it. Like if Terrence had not won it, it would have
Right.
called it would have been a rigged election. Terrence was supposed to win.
right.
Really? I don't
Terrence
believe. I
is
don't believe.
just ooh,
I
what it
believe.
is.
I believe Terrence should have been, runner up, but it is what it is.
Right.
You see what I'm talking
Runner
about?
up.
See that bullshit that I be talking about? You see the shade being thrown, but I'm just gonna ignore it because what you're not going to do is take me out of
Hey
my
Niecy.
zen. You're not gonna do.
Oh God. Okay, Zen win. All right. Okay.
Come on,
I'll let.
Zen.
Okay. All right.
Because he
You
just
do you
taking
have your
shots at me.
okay? Well, do you have your Kleenex with you as well? So go ahead and dot the i's. Do you have that too?
Oh Lord, here we go.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all already know what we here to talk about. We are here to talk about last night's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. That's what we're here to discuss tonight. I know that everybody ain't in here yet. Y'all still coming in. Terrence would be late. Like I said, like I said, reiterate that 500 more times. He gonna be late. But,
Shade.
but we're talking about last night's episode, which I feel was more of a fluff type episode. It really wasn't like what has been given the last two episodes, but it was still watchable. Still wasn't really boring. You know what I'm saying? But
But even though it was a little bit fluffing, it it was still better than the best episode that we got from Atlanta last
That's
season.
true.
I'm gonna stand
That's
on that.
very true. That's true. No lies. No lies being told there. That is true. That's true. But it was still a pretty good episode, even though it was a bit of fluff. It was still good. So what we're gonna start off with is Robin. Robin can't get out the bed, and I know that
Okay,
there's a lot of people on.
go ahead.
What you say now? Oh. Robin can't get out the bed. And people say I've been seeing it online that people feel okay. People feel as though Robin is depressed. I think we all feel as though she's depressed, but people feel as though Juan isn't necessarily sensitive to her being depressed. So I'm gonna let you guys. Well, I'm gonna let Really B and Sakina start it off, and then I'm gonna let Josiah and Yah go. I'm gonna let Really B and Sakina start it. Do y'all think that? I think we all agree that Robin is depressed and that's why she can't get out the bed or whatever. But do y'all think that Juan could be a little more? What's the word I'm looking for today? A little more
In tune, a
understanding.
little bit more sensitive, supportive.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sakina.
Oh no, I ain't saying anything yet. But yeah, I would definitely say so. Watching that scene, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay. But watching that scene, it irked the hell out of me. And it's because I can't stand men who look at women to do everything. Your ass is clearly up and you getting ready. Why should Robin be the one to get up and wake up the kids when your ass already up? And then for him to yell at one of the boys, talking about, "Are you up from the top of the stairs?" All of that shit just pissed me off. Like I don't like men like that. So not Robin, but Juan not paying attention to what Robin is saying and her not really feeling good or not being motivated enough to get up and stuff, that's obviously a clear sign of depression. And instead of trying to be there for her, maybe even try to help her out with the kids, because hell, them your boys too. Step in, and I feel like he's looking for excuses to call her out on shit. It's the turn off. Is this, is that. Okay, well, you can get your ass up and do some shit too. The fuck, yeah, I'm about to sleep in. Simple as
Right.
that.
Because he had nothing to do. He coaches a basketball team that wasn't playing basketball, so he was all right. I agree with what you said,
Mm-hmm.
Sakina. Like, you're up. I'm not understanding. You're waking me up to wake the boys up. You can wake them up. And I think what we're seeing, if we take the reality aspect out of it and we just, focus on what we saw, I think what we're seeing is what happens with a lot of people who deal with depression, and people just want to write it off as, oh, you're just lazy. Oh, why can't you just get up? And it sounds really easy, but if you're like in the middle of a depression, and she
Yes,
is trying to explain it to him the best way
yes,
she knows how to articulate it. She's trying. She said, hey, before COVID, I had basketball practice. The boys had to get up and go to school. I had to go grocery shopping. I had to do this. But now, like, it's just nothing. And we do know that it really did affect people like that. And I just think that his insensitivity is maddening to see how he was talking to her and how he was just dismissing everything she was trying to tell him about what she was going through. So
right. I really agree with you, really, B, because
Mm-hmm.
with Robin, she is not necessarily my favorite person, clearly. I think she's, if not one of the least favorite people on the show to me. But I felt bad for her because I know depression when I see it, because I myself have been through depression myself, And with Juan, the way how he talks to her, you have to look at it in this mindset. They're in the middle of a pandemic. She probably feels like, oh my God, like what have I been doing with my whole life? Juan clearly shows signs of neglect and not really caring about her feelings. So she's in this mindset right now, like, oh my God, like I think she's kind of feeling regret, which aids to her depression. She's probably feeling like I'm at this age and I have nothing to show for it type of depression. You have to look at it in a deep mindset as that way. And I feel like with Juan is not for her. Juan's never wanted her at all. He's not the man for her. And until Robin wake up and realize that and find self-worth, I don't think that she will never get out of that slump, because clearly you can tell Robin has been in a slump for a while. The way how she carries herself in her friendships, the way how she carries herself in her relationship. She needs self-love. She needs to practice and learn self-love. And I know that's kind of harsh, but I always say that because I've been through that and process of recovering from that. You know what I mean? She needs to practice and learn self-love. And I know
I'm about to say, is somebody watching it?
I was like, right.
But I want to piggyback off of what Josiah said real quick, because at the end of the day, like I too have dealt with depression too. Damn. Sakina, y'all be back, y'all. I think they having technical issues right now. But I too have felt shit. I too have been through depression before. I've had days where I'm laying in the bed, can't get up. You know, I'm feeling very much so not motivated, um, just tired, having an idle mind, negative thoughts, don't really want to do nothing but eat. Sometimes don't want to eat at all. You know, people don't realize how depression really can affect you mentally and physically, and all people want to do is people make fun of it, like people, you know, do their thing with that, like they don't never take it into consideration that this is depression, and you know whatever, like when you hear the words depression, the first thing you think about is sadness, but it's more to it than just
More
sadness,
to
and
it.
people
Yeah,
really
it's
don't.
more to it than that. Yep. Facts.
So and Juan is just insensitive to what she's going through, but he's insensitive to her feelings towards him. You know what I mean? He's insensitive to her. He's insensitive
Mm-hmm.
to the fact that she wants to marry him. He's insensitive to everything about her. So this to show her anything, and I don't know what will. Juan does not give a fuck about you.
He doesn't.
Period.
Never
Okay? He
has.
don't. Right.
Right. I just
Right.
pray
Period.
that she finds her self-worth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even at her age, I'm not trying to be shady, but she still has time to find her self-worth and just realize that, you are enough and you are worth it. And I just for anybody who was low key going through depression, man, like that scene did kind of just hit me a little bit. I know some people were saying that she was faking it and faking for the cameras. No, baby, you can't fake that. You don't want to act. I mean, who wants to act all depressed on the camera? You know what I'm saying? I think that she was really going through that, especially in the middle of a pandemic. Do y'all know that the suicide? Well, okay. Do y'all know that the suicidal rate has went up so much since the
Yeah.
pandemic? You know what I'm saying? People are in their houses going through things. Domestic violence has risen up with spouses.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's sad, and I just pray that she finds that help that she needs to get out of it. I'm pretty sure she have, but it's time with this film.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on one's insensitive ass when it comes down to Robin and her depression?
All right. On one hand, I do understand it, and I do my best not to give people passes per se, but I try to look at things from different vantage points and try to factor in history, all this other stuff. So obviously he's probably Generation X, got his mentality from the baby boomers, and he's he has a one track mind, if you will. But at the same exact time, I mean, he probably still feels like because she the blue motherfucking money. But on some real shit though, if you are walking around the house and you see that your fiance is still sleeping and the kids need to be up, you could have gotten them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot that he could have done, and then after getting the kids up, doing everything, came back and revisited. Hey, what's going on? show some compassion. Didn't happen. Now, I will say I do also think it's kind of crazy that Robin got up with quote unquote, because it's like they ain't brushed their teeth, they ain't washed their ass, they ain't washed their face. They did whole fucking life. So you literally got them with snot bubbles and saliva on the fucking other side of their mouth. So they're talking to the damn teachers like, what the fuck is that? And then one of the teachers was also on, the whole patriarchal mentality of saying your mother needs to make sure you're on time. Why just the mother? Mm-hmm. Why not the parents? So it's a whole lot of that going around. But
and as the educator in the room, let me tell you, the kids, that's exactly how they showed up too.
Yeah.
I did think that part was crazy though. Like, yeah, if you set an alarm for 3 minutes, that's a lot. So that's the one critique I'll give. Like, bro, what?
And I don't mean wrong, but both of those boys are old enough to get up. Both of those boys are old enough to set their own alarm and get their ass up. Now, I understand making sure they eat breakfast and that kind of thing, but both of those boys are old enough to get themselves up for school. I'm sorry.
Now them boys all spoiled as hell.
Yes, they are.
How they be talking to Robin. I still, if I ever talked to my mama like that, she would have slapped me into 1951. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Nobody, but that goes to show you nobody respects Robin. Not her kids, not her man, not
because Robin does not set boundaries. You have to set boundaries with people in order for them to respect you. She never set boundaries.
I'm glad I called myself because that was going to be very nasty. She doesn't set boundaries with Giselle. So if she doesn't set boundaries with someone that she's with
only Giselle
during the day, I don't think there's boundaries set with anyone else.
Pack.
Only Giselle though.
It was more I wanted to say, but my brain was just like, nope. It was a tapping of the glass, like you're not going to finish that statement, so I had to clean it up right quick.
Oh my God, I cannot.
Fix it, Jesus.
Okay, do we really care to talk about this live stream that Karen and Ray did, or we could just bypass that?
We don't.
All I put in my notes was Karen working next.
Okay.
Thank you. Next.
I put Ray like the queen wig. That's all I put.
Right, and I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna go in on Ray. He's
that was too much information. I didn't need to know nothing about the wig and which one he liked and why he liked it. That was just too much information.
Look, I've been saying that. I get it. Older people have sex, but I'm gonna need them. I don't need Mia. I don't need Karen. I don't care how you and y'all old ass men getting down. Period.
I know.
You don't need that.
Either. Can I just wait till I and I'll figure it out?
Something that really I want to mention something that really B and I talked about on her channel, the whole Bethany Frankel clause and businesses and whatnot. Because if you really pay attention, Karen is low-key launching another business without launching another business, so Bravo don't get none of the money if y'all really paying attention to what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like watch for what's going on because she has the Ladam umbrella. But I guarantee if you watch it closely, there's going to be product placement without her necessarily marketing it. So Bravo don't get none of the money because Ashley does that. Because people better realize Ashley has a yoga line.
And it makes money.
It does. But Bravo ain't getting none of it. So
because she doesn't mention it on the show. She mentioned it one time, like her second season on the show. She just mentioned that she was really getting into yoga and she wanted to do a yoga line or something like that. Never heard about it again. But Ashley's company makes good money.
I didn't even know she had a company.
Right, because she doesn't mention it on Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
So Bravo I didn't know either.
so Bravo can't get any of the money.
I listen, yeah, I didn't know that either. Like, cause I don't be paying attention. I don't follow Ashley on social media, so shout
I
out
don't
to
follow
y'all.
none of
You don't
them.
even really put it on her social media either. Honestly, I think it's just a total. I think she's probably like more of a silent partner, but it's her company. Like if you Google it, I don't know the name of it. You could probably, but she doesn't really market it because again, Bravo controls so much of that those clauses and stuff. I think she probably has to have a total separate business IG or whatever because at least as long as she's on the show.
Right.
Well, that's smart. Don't be trying to take my money.
Listen,
Right.
smartest thing Bethany Frankel ever did.
I had no idea that she had a business at all.
Right. I thought she was just simply living off of Mike.
That
And
white
that's
man
it.
in
I
her
didn't know.
Potomac.
Okay, okay, hold on now.
Uh-oh.
We not finna do Hey Arnold like that, okay? That's what we not finna do, okay? Because Sheila then pulled her to the side and put her up, okay? And she told her, I might be a troll living up under the bridge in a tent, but you not gonna be one, okay? Sheila gave her the whole game and the map and everything, okay? So
For her personal gain.
Huh?
For her personal gain. Sheila ain't slick.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, but she made sure Hey Arnold knew what it was. And I want to take a moment right quick to just say
Ah.
Listen, no, because the viewers are asking who is Hey Arnold?
Stewie Darby. Ashley. Y'all see that big ass?
Oh my God. Are you wait?
Y'all know who Hey Arnold is. Y'all know
Okay. Are you comparing him? Are you comparing him to Grandpa Gene on Hey Arnold?
So anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna let y'all fill the blanks in, okay?
Dixie G.
But I'm gonna say this:
Jesus.
pregnant Ashley looked like Sheila, and if y'all go to you know how when a scene is about to start, how they show the women doing that little thingamajiggy. That version of Candace looked just like Dottie. Now, what we get in real life don't look like Dorothy, but okay, I'm going off screen. Bye.
Okay. Back. You know what? Let me say this real quick. Yarrell be so quick with these names, and he be adding these names in like it's so common. I be so confused. I be like, wait, can you run that back? Who are you talking about?
He swear he not shady though. When he just sit up here and shake the fuck out of this woman, but he swear up and down he ain't shady. Child, please.
Yeah, why he just shut the camera off so quick?
Because she got the money playing. We've been trying to tell y'all for the longest that Hey Arnold, football head, Stewie Darby, phone screen, forehead. We've been trying to tell y'all for the longest that y'all think she's stupid. But she ain't.
I think that the collective.
Okay, she got the post up. Okay, she got baby child support. I think next week we probably gonna see baby checkmate come out. You know her yin yang. Like she ain't stupid. She know exactly what she doing. So I'm a little shady, but I'm gonna give props what they do. All right, praise God.
She not dumb by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, but I don't think we the collective as the viewers know that she ain't dumb. We know that she's securing that bag.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Plotting and scheming, we know. For real. Right? But you know, I'm not really mad at it.
I'm done.
I'm not mad at it because you use that white man up. That's fine. If he wanna flash the bag, bitch, run a check up because he ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna go in on Michael right now.
Yeah, you're right. This is just we already know, and we'll be talking about this all night.
Okay. I want to talk about him right now. Wow.
Okay, Scotty, what's next?
Okay, so we get into Gizzard and Ashley. They met up for lunch.
Wait. So the host can sit here and come up with nicknames and don't nobody say shit. I come over here with nicknames and it be a fucking problem.
Nobody
all like
Real. It's not a problem. It's only a problem because we don't know who you're talking about when you come up with these names. We know Gizzard means Giselle. We know Wendy or we just need you to clarify who you shading. That's it.
No, but he not shady. Let's remember that he ain't shady.
I'm not.
We gotta
I'm
remember
not. I'm
that.
truthful. I'm
Let's
truthful.
remember.
And
Let's
just so
remember
y'all
that
know,
his lying.
I'm holding
Talking about
down the fort until Terrence get here. When Terrence get here, I'm gonna tone it back down, but he ain't here yet.
Lil Mackie, I did see where they caught Michael with a woman taking a picture with a woman, but until I see him do something like, you know, get caught in a hotel room, I don't think he's that dumb. Like, he knows he wouldn't do the same thing twice. I think whoever he was out with and they got him a picture, got him taking a picture with this woman, I think it was something that it was legit. I don't think he'd be that dumb to do the same thing twice and be that obvious out in public, knowing people gonna be looking for him to be doing something crazy. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe he just don't care, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would be that obvious. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Hey,
well, I know you asked Scotty about Giselle and Ashley. I feel like, first of all, you know, them recapping the whole thing, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to be the bone carrier. Ashley is too that. Like, girl, you need to be worrying about just giving birth. Honest, and also Giselle is just so annoying. Like, girl, she throw all this slick shade, but when she get confronted, she get ate up every time. Every time.
And we know Ashley is messy. Ashley is always messy. Ashley is always the bone carrier. So I don't think anybody was surprised that Ashley was the one that took that little tidbit back to Giselle, because that is what Ashley does. Like, that is what she does. And she's going to get away with it because she's 20 months pregnant. Like, ain't nobody going to say nothing to her.
You know, I can honestly say I wasn't annoyed at Ashley for telling Giselle that. And I said, because when I went back to watch the last episode, for real, Mia was getting on my nerves. Because she just seemed like she was trying to fit in somewhere instead of just letting shit happen naturally. Okay, you said that Giselle was had a good heart and all of that the night before, then you're afraid Karen and it's just all without Giselle, and now you're trying to have her back. And you say, oh, she's just a pretty face, but in all reality, if you really did feel that strongly about it, then why did you get her phone number? Like, she was just flip-flopping too much. So yeah, I'm not mad at Ashley going back to tell Giselle, because it's like, Mia, you just running off. You don't even know where you really stand for real. You're just trying to get in where you fit in by any means.
Yeah, she definitely came off as a flip-flopper. Like, she absolutely did. Like, that whole, Giselle, you have a good heart. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, Giselle, you're just a pretty face. Like, girl, go sit down.
Right. Like y'all said earlier, she's trying to get in where she can fit in because she's the newbie of the show. So she's trying to get in so she won't be, I guess she was trying to take notes from Real Housewives of Atlanta last season with Drew, trying to get in where she can fit in, you know, flip-flop.
Well, we see where that got Drew.
So 2 things. One, Josiah, please don't bring up Drew, because you're going to put Sakina in the place, and then I'm going to be in the place. We don't want to do that right now.
Well, I was just trying to give an accurate comparison.
I'm being real low-key today.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go in Drew. She ain't worth my time.
And like I said last week, if Mia is a good judge of character, and if she has a good sense of discernment, she needs to talk to the Lord, to Jesus, to Michael, the Archangel, to Allah, have somebody exchange that, give her a different gift, because that gift ain't one that we rolling with, okay? Because that gift discernment ain't motherfucking working. That's all I'm saying. Don't come on here saying, I'm a good judge of character. Oh, okay, well, that shit changed right quick. So we might need to give you the song, maybe give you the gift of writing, give you the gift of something. I mean, hey, you know what? She went from being a bartender to the damn stripper. And you know what? And T-Pain wrote 2 songs about that. You know, I'm in love with a stripper and I like the bartender. You know, how about you go that route? Maybe you know more about that.
About Mia. Maybe both of those songs are about Mia.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, I want to know, did y'all notice something about this particular scene with Gizzard and Ashley? Now, remember in the super trailer, exact scene was in there, but what they showed in the super trailer wasn't in his scene. And that was
It's gonna be a
Giselle
flash.
asking Ashley, what about the Eddie rumors? They didn't show that on this episode. So I was thinking, because I said it in my review, I was saying, watch that be a damn flashback. And Ashley probably going to go and tell somebody what Giselle said about the Eddie rumors. And that's probably how it's going to get back to Wendy. I wonder how that shit is going to
Oh, that
go.
was that scene where she said, "What about the Eddie rumors?"
That
Oh,
was
Right. I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I definitely missed that.
You might be
Yeah,
on
that was
something,
that.
Daddy.
Yeah, that was that particular scene, but they cut it out. So I'm wondering how it's gonna
hmm.
get back to Wendy.
I do
Well,
feel like that maybe I do think that that storyline has been cut out because you've seen because what I heard that the word on the streets is I guess I'm hearing the same streets as Mama Joyce, but the word of the street is that
oh,
Mia knows the person that was in the I guess like the alleged relationship with
Mia?
Wendy's man. So that's why Wendy has such an attitude with Mia and been coming for her neck, getting all rah, rah.
Oh, well, that would
Well,
make a
that
whole
would
lot
make
of
sense.
sense because it does not make sense why Wendy is coming for Mia as hard as she is. Like, it really doesn't.
No,
well, you
seriously.
know what?
It's
Well,
annoying.
let's give it up to Inspector Scotty for spotting it. Even though I saw it, I did my review yet, so I ain't said shit about it. But since he want to sit here, be paying attention to finite details and shit, because we already know Bravo be fucked up with the editing. But all right, let you have it, pimpin'.
I just want to know if anybody else saw that because I'm okay. I was sitting there looking at it and I was like, okay, so Giselle finna tell Ashley about the Eddie rumors, but I felt like if she was gonna do it on that particular episode, that would have been in the opening credit. I mean, that would have been in the previews for this upcoming episode. So
Well,
I'm
I
like,
think the reason that it wasn't is because it wouldn't have flowed. Mind you, it happened in that scene, but based off of what they gave us in the editing, it wouldn't have flowed because to bring that up and we don't revisit it until episodes later, which is why it's going to turn into a flashback of this is how this happened, this is how that bone was carried, because there has to be some type of continuity in the storytelling. So that's
right.
more than likely why we didn't get it.
Yeah, it's
But
probably gonna be a
wait.
flashback.
But I do want to say this, but the setup was there because even though we're going to get to it, with Wendy finally realizing that, the green-eyed band is primarily the one with the sock neck, ain't really your friend, they're going to build from there, and then we'll come back to it. That's how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And just to let y'all know, I'm not gonna go in on Doobie Wig this week. That's Robin for those who don't know, because I'm gonna leave Doobie Wig for Terrence. Terrence will if it ain't Terrence, it's Alexander, Diane with the plan, Rogers. Those are the main two that's gonna keep their foot on her neck. It ain't me.
They really are. They really are though, for real. They really are. Okay, so next up is Robin. She brings in this new girl. How do you pronounce her name?
I almost kept messing it up. I just started calling her Miss Ethiopia because I can't mess with her name.
Well, I call her Anissa.
Something, child.
Viewers, y'all help us out. How you pronounce her name? Anila?
Estelle?
I call her Asita.
It's a Sky something, but Anila, that's married to medicine, damn it.
Oh yeah, that
It was like the spelling was different.
A scholar, thank you, CCF Free, thank you.
A scholar. That's it. It was a pretty name.
Thank you, CCF Free. Child, I don't know why I was thinking about Anila.
Now I call her Scales.
And Josiah, since you got her on the brain, she need to take her ass over to Family Karma. Because I don't know what the fuck she doing on Married to Medicine.
I love that
I actually
show.
enjoyed her, and she looked like she's gonna get real messy next week. I actually enjoyed her.
Who, the
Okay.
new girl on here?
But I do
like her.
say,
I like her
I do
energy.
I'm loving that we're starting to get not only deeper complexions of melanin, but we're starting to get them from different places. Because now we have Nigeria with Wendy, and now we have Ethiopia. It is a beautiful
I
thing.
knew she was Ethiopian. As soon as I
Yeah,
saw
you
her,
can see it.
I
You can
looked,
see it all
and
on her face.
facial features was there. Yeah.
She is gorgeous. Now I will say, I feel bad because I don't know why the fuck Robin was her friend, because though she do look,
Don't nobody like her.
she could have been elevated a little bit more. So why would y'all give her to Robin of all people?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
They're gonna replace Robin with her later on down the line.
Right,
Why?
right. Okay, so here's the thing. A show of hands, how many people really think that her and Robin are friends in real life?
they don't look like they will be hanging out, going to the bar, getting some drinks. Maybe the
I don't
coffee
think they were
shop, or
friends.
going to the
That sounds like some old Portia
juicing
Fallon
place,
stuff to
but-
me.
But my question is, I didn't know. Okay, y'all, I'm not trying to be shady
Wait.
towards Robin, but I did not know that she needed a whole warehouse for her hat orders. Who would order
It was
no?
her mother's warehouse. That was her
First
mother.
of all, that damn store was a lie.
But wait,
Was that an
I just want to bring this up very quick. How many people called that Juan called her Rob? Because when that happened, I'm like, you've been watching Alexander Rogers. You to call her Rob? Okay,
But I was like, what the hell? Like, I saw all those boxes in the backyard, and I was like, damn, people really ordering from no shade. Because I saw some other people with the hat on, on Wish. But I was just like, well, like I didn't realize that they had that many. She had that many orders coming in. I said, okay, come on, queen.
No, that shit was storage. There was a mixture of her stuff and then just backstock shit. Cause I was looking like, Robin, all these boxes surrounding you is not from people ordering the motherfuckers.
No, at the beginning it said it was her mother's warehouse. Now the question is, what does her mother do? But it said Robin's mother's warehouse or Robin's mother. Remember, Robin's mother was there.
Her parents got money.
Yeah, she was in the frame.
Her parents got money, so I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, her dad is a dentist.
Okay, well that's that. We'll just keep it, no shade. I had questions. That's it. Okay.
She ain't got no money to sell them Sprint Mart ass hats.
Listen, somebody bought them hats.
Y'all, somebody that I know about the hat.
When you want to run with the very best, they said them hats at Sprint Mart. I know they do. Gas station ass hats.
Listen. Gas station or not, somebody ordered them hats, honey. Somebody ordered them hats.
From the gas station. From the gas station. From the gas station.
Here's what I'm trying to understand. And I want to take depression out of this. And that's only because I am somebody that deals with depression and anxiety. So I don't want anyone to think like, oh my gosh, you're like, trust me. I deal with depression and anxiety. Trust me. But I also know someone that deals with it, that you tend to throw yourself into certain projects so you don't have to deal with whatever it is that is conjuring up some of these different issues. With that being said, you started a business last season. How the fuck do you get behind on 3 orders a motherfucking day? Like, I don't fucking understand it. Like, you really finna sit here and let this little bit of change that you get, you really finna fuck up so you fucked up Juan's money. Now you finna fuck up your money, you done fucked up your taxes. Like, you just a fuck up, doobie. You can't do shit the fuck right. And see now I'm starting to get upset because it's like you started bringing in some legitimate core. You was flipping houses, you fucked that up. You been in your house right now, you probably fucked that shit up too. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Terrence, where the fuck you at? Terrence, damn it. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
No, for real. I do feel like Robin. First of all, you can't tell me that it's not majority white people buying them hats because that's who they look like they're geared towards. Them hats are not cute. Oh, girl who was helping her box them up, trying to hype her up, talking about, oh yes, I have this hat. Girl, don't nobody want the motherfucking hat. I feel like if she had more of a basic dad hat type of vibe with her hat, they could sell more than that busy shit, them busy prints that she done got down from Michaels. Like she just, I don't know. We know she not good with money. Yeah, I'm with Urel, bitch. How are you getting behind on sales when you just started up and you can't tell me that everybody is buying this shit?
I just think when you're on a TV show and you represent a brand, who looks for, when I think of hats, I think of fashion. Like, what good piece can I wear with this hat? When you look at Robin, she looks like she will work in an office with me, the accounts payable lady. Like, I just need her to kind of get herself together. For real, like she look like she will be my coworker. Like we will be in the office together.
No, I'm about to say
I can see her.
No, Robin looked like one of the people that work in the motherfucking gym that be handing out towels and shit. Like that's what the fuck she need to be. Okay. Look, Josiah, don't do too much, bruh. I fuss with you. I love you. Don't do too much. No, don't do too much. We give all of that now. Okay, because we already know that she be cleaning up the motherfucking work gym equipment and shit. She got Carter and the other one sitting there helping her bring the shit over and whatnot. Oh, we just got these towels out the motherfucking dry. Now that's what the fuck she get. Oh, sorry. Get best parents.
He's a truck driver.
I just say that I don't look for Robin for fashion. So therefore,
exactly.
I just feel like that you might not need to just go a different direction.
Robin don't know what the fuck she want to do. Didn't she want to do a lipstick brand or some shit?
Yeah, she had lip gloss or something.
It wasn't popping and it wasn't cool. Okay. Wasn't nobody jocking the chance after school. Okay.
Scotty, you good?
Scotty, come back, Scotty. This show.
Come on, we need you to move. We gotta move to the next scene. Come on.
Wait, I'm not saying. Josiah, did you see how she showed up to the damn spa thing? Did you see how fucking basic her motherfucking ass showed up? Again, you think she gonna be working with you? Looking at damn basic and dry? She gonna be working with you.
Because she wears these over cardigans. You know what I'm saying? She wear these like no shade, but like because I love Ross, but she wear these Ross and Marshall garments and everything, and she looks like a regular girl going into the corporate office with her
Josiah. No. Robin looked like she went to sleep at the Salvation Army and woke up at Goodwill. That's what the fuck she looked like.
Oh, bro.
Okay.
She do give me Ross Dress for Less, and yep, I do shop there, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all of that. But she be wearing loose ass cardigans, bullshit like that. And it's like, Robin, don't nobody be checking for you. She definitely looks like she could work in the corporate office with me as well.
What you doing?
So the question is, Robin and her Ross Dress for Less, or Giselle and her bedazzled fucking tank tops?
I mean, we gonna do Ross Dress for Less before we do Giselle's tacky ass, mismatchy ass fashions.
Right. Like I'll take what Robin show up in over what Giselle be coming up in any day. That's the shit Giselle be wearing.
Cause sometimes Robin can look nice. Sometimes it's just when she looking basic, she looks the fuck basic.
No, Sakina. Look, let's be real honest. Robin Doobie Wig Dixon ain't look good since motherfucking season 2 at the end of it. Cause I don't know what this
Because when
No.
she cut her hair last year, she was coming to some of the scenes cute.
Did you not see some of the wigs she had last season?
But the key word was
that don't count. That don't count. That don't count.
This is what she picked out. Okay, wait. Let's go to the reunion where she had the motherfucking track marks in her damn wig. This is what she picked out. Okay.
The key word was some, not all.
You're right. She was trying to make a fashion statement,
and she failed
outside the box.
Okay.
She was trying to seduce her husband. I mean, Juan.
Ain't no seducing Juan. Shit, did you see that episode last season when she showed up with that black wig trying to role play?
That's the wig I was talking about. That's the wig I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Robin ain't got a seductive bone in her body.
Okay, so clearly Scotty is in, I don't know what's going on with him. But let's move on, y'all. Let's moderate into Wendy coming in. So Wendy comes in, and the girl, Wendy, Robin is feeling some type of way at Wendy, okay? Because what y'all think about that?
Well, no, but she was feeling some type of way because, in the words of Alexander Rogers, Robin was giving femininity. While 444 was giving femininity. That's why she felt threatened. That's what the fuck that was. Let's call a motherfucking thing a thing. Shit.
No, my thing with Robin is this right here. You mad with Wendy because she didn't want y'all to gang up. She didn't want you to jump in while Giselle and Karen was arguing, and now you pissed about it. And you want to say that the Wendy from last year would have had Giselle's back and all this other stuff. Girl, how the fuck you mad because she don't want to jump in? She don't want, she wants this to be a one-on-one battle.
Right.
You gotta bring your mop head ass into every damn argument every time Giselle gets her ass read. And then you get in an argument, and then you get read and checked, and you mad after you get read and checked. So go somewhere and sit the fuck down, Robin.
And let's not forget, Giselle started that fight. Like, stop acting like Giselle was some helpless damsel in distress and needed y'all to come save her. Giselle straight up called Karen. Now, Karen was minding her good business, and Giselle was like, well, I can't stand Karen. Karen was like, what?
No, drunk Karen.
Karen told her, don't go there. Karen was like, you don't want to do this. So my thing is, whatever came after the warning, Karen gave her the warning. So whatever came after the warning, however many Hampton University holes she turned into, Karen tried to tell her.
Did y'all peep when Wendy went to Robin's office, whatever? I can't remember if Wendy had showed up or not, but Robin was showing right.
No, Sakina, don't do that. Don't give her too much. It was not her office. That was her mother's warehouse.
Storage room. Right. Give me together. So when they was back there, I don't know if Wendy had showed up yet or not, but when she was talking to her little assistant, don't say little, that's shady. But her assistant, did y'all peep that she mentioned that Karen be drunk all the time? I said, look at you and fucking Giselle.
Yes.
Collaborating together to paint this narrative of Karen being a drunk.
And Giselle probably called her. She was like, Robin, you better allude that Karen is a drunk. And Robin said, okay, boss, say no more. Let me go ahead and just allude to that and say
okay.
It.
Okay, queen. I'll do what you say, queen, girl.
Because you clearly, Robin didn't. Let me shut up. See, let me not do that. Go too deep. I was about to say, clearly she didn't really have the brain of her own to something that Giselle had to do behind the scenes. Okay.
I just don't like Robin, and she's like really, really mad that Wendy wasn't with it. Go ahead, y'all.
I know we're gonna get to it, so I just want to touch on it just for a second. But again, Doobie Wig, you're fucking up. Damn it. Okay, I don't know how many times I'm finna come on here and give you and motherfucking Candace advice, okay? Because y'all not listening to what the fuck I'm saying. Because I told Candace last season. And I mentioned it last week, you should have came out with some wig glue. And we still ain't seen it. So now I'm going to come back to you. You're dumb as fuck. How the fuck you going to sit here and tell your assistant, the beautiful Ethiopian queen, you told her this thing about the drinking for her to bring it up later on in this episode. We're going to get to it. Because what you did is you gave her an opening because you're about to lose your job. Because she about to take it. You should have brought your ass there, be like, we was talking about you being a drunk, but you didn't do that. See, you're fucking up because you're giving your shit to other fucking people. Okay, we don't want to see your ass on this motherfucking show to begin with, but you're fucking not giving your material to other fucking people. You're dumb. You're stupid. Okay.
So watch this girl take her spot, and then she be the friend of the show. Why?
Yeah. That's what's gonna happen because they are absolutely auditioning. And again, she understood the assignment because she sure carried that bone back.
Most definitely. Robin is dumb anyway, though. She been a dummy.
Robin has always been a pawn for Giselle, and every season they try to tell her at this point, ain't no need in saying it no more because clearly she likes that role. She clearly likes being the pawn. She clearly she clearly likes it. So I don't need to keep saying it. Like everybody has told her, and she see the same thing we see. She look at the same shit we look at, and if she don't see it, then I don't know what to tell you.
I can't believe Robin lasted 6 seasons. That's crazy.
Child. She's definitely a damn filler on the cast.
I think it was Giselle. I think if her and Giselle were not as close as they are, I really think she'd have been gone. I think Giselle has saved her job.
You right.
I could agree with that.
Because they love Giselle over there at the Bravo. They love Giselle.
Giselle is their baby.
Well, somebody else saved her job too, but we don't want to bring her up because no one wants to hear that. But I just want to say this because I really want to merge right quick. So don't get mad at me. What I would really love is, can we get Queen Nivea to come on this show one good time and back both Giselle and Robin into a corner and say, "Walk up on me, one good time." I really would.
Like, I want to see Giselle and Robin fall the fuck out. There's one that, listen, I want to see them fall out. I ain't never wished for no damn friendship to fall apart like I wish that.
Scotty,
I want to see that.
But Scotty, remember what I said last week? I said on your channel last week, and I'm gonna say it again here. If they do fall out, it is orchestrated. Because we've never seen Doobie Wig talk this much shit about Sockneck in a confessional in any one season, which leads me to believe that this shit is orchestrated so they can fall out by the time we get to the reunion. So then we get to season 7 and they make the fuck up. It's a scheme that the Sockneck tree that we call Giselle came up with to come to us with the bullshit because Doobie Wig ain't that motherfucking smart. We know she ain't that damn smart.
Wait a minute, y'all. Look who's here, y'all. Look who's here, y'all.
Here's some trouble.
About damn time.
Look who's here, y'all.
Hey, y'all. What's
Were you listening to us before you came on?
What's up, T?
Hey.
Hey, I kinda was, but then Trey called me and he took up most of my time. But I'm here now. Okay. What's up?
So Terrence, I just want you to know that I've been up here showing my ass, trying to make time for you to get here. So now that you're here, you better show and prove, okay? Because I done gave him multiple times. You better show and prove, okay?
I try my best. What I miss? What y'all on?
Okay, wait. Pause. First and foremost, Terrence, you don't need to try, okay? All right, you shaded the motherfucker. So this whole try shit, I don't know where this coming from. Because last week you had a battery in your back, and that battery was 1986, and that motherfucker was still going. I don't think you need any motivation. We don't need to call Kelly Rowland. You don't need no motivation. You don't need no energy. Shout out to Carrie Hilson. You don't need none of that. I'm pretty sure you got it in you. I'm pretty sure.
You missed, Terrence. I think you missed the best part of us roasting Robin in that warehouse scene.
Oh, dear God.
Baby, we ran her up and down, A to B to Z.
Oh, wait. And right quick, Jackie, thank you so much, love. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and Selling for TV in here too. Oh, what's popping?
Hey, mother.
Hey.
Hey, James.
James. Okay, so here's the thing, Sam. This is where we at. And we're gonna give you a chance to speak on before we move on to the next thing. But we basically at the warehouse scene, and we're talking about how Robin was pissed at Wendy for. I guess she felt as though Wendy was sticking up for Karen, and she felt like if this was a long time ago, she would have had Giselle's back. That's where we was at.
Listen, the only thing I was concerned about was them filling up them boxes with nothing but plastic and silicone. Because I don't know what else she was putting up in there. If she expect me to believe that them many people was buying them damn sewer manure ass fashion she called hats. Robin, you need to go and get your life in order, child. That's why them hoes showed up with goddamn heels on. Because they already knew this was like yang around the scene. So Robin could go on ahead and not have people say nothing to her because she already going through depression because her life is in shambles, mostly her fault. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. And I listen. I like Robin when she's real, when she's honest, and when she's not up Giselle's ass. But when she's putting on airs and she's doing everything that she's doing, like even in that scene where she was sitting up there talking about something. Well, Karen likes to get drunk. So when, Karen was going in and letting have on Giselle, I said, bitch, what? Tacky came up in there on the defense. Tacky came up in there already knowing what she was going to do and what she was going to say. So I'm confused as to when Karen started reading her with her real truth in her real life. Why is it now? Oh, because she was drunk. Because the only thing I saw Karen have was one glass of champagne. Karen don't need to get drunk to read Giselle or Rob because both of them hoes is easy reads.
They're the easiest ones to read on the show. Shit.
Right. They really are, though, for real.
Now, don't get me wrong. We all know Karen lied. We all know Karen lied. And we all know how Karen tried to make it seem as though she didn't come for Giselle like that. Girl, yeah, you did. But I ain't mad at it. Because the way that Giselle and Rob have been doing you since season 1, whatever you give them two hoes, they deserve it. Period. Now, that's all I got to say.
Lie, you lie. That ain't it. You got more.
So what's
okay, so the next thing is Candace. Now, Candace was talking to her mama, Dorothy, on FaceTime about her talk with Karen. And she also told Dorothy that Chris is her husbander. And of course, Dorothy told her, good luck with that. Okay? Now,
I agree with Dorothy.
Me too.
I agree with Dorothy, definitely. Has all you ever see in the news when women with money and they get with these men and you see Mary J. Blige, you see Monique, you see all these women and that's what really happened. Like they all sit up and find themselves in a fucked up ass predicament. And Chris ain't got shit going on. So
not a damn thing.
Why he coming for us, the bloggers? Why is he coming for everybody, like the YouTube reviewers on Twitter? Boy, mind your business and stay in your house.
So
this is a real damn job. And stop riding the coattails off Dorothy, because you and your wife can't ride the lady coattails. When one of y'all got to do something, both y'all can't be bums. Well, and I feel like if you the husband, you need to go on ahead and make sure that you're working. Like I said, if Chris had a real legitimate job and a real legitimate career, he would not be running around here trying to ride her coattails and be her goddamn manager. And he ain't got no spur.
So first, wait.
No
First thing I want to say, Terrence just said no less than 2 minutes ago, and I'm being nice saying 2 minutes, that he was through, he ain't had nothing else. And in the words of Maury, that shows that he was alive. But back to how he calls for Kleenex. First and foremost, on some real shit, and this some real shit. If you didn't want your mama's opinion, why you tell her?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because you already knew Dorothy had something to say.
Exactly. But see, I deal with that with my mother. My mother is my landlord. She owns this building. So it's a lot that I deal with. I don't tell. It gets to the point she asks me a question, I just look at her. I don't say shit because I'm not gonna answer it because I know that if I say something, either A, it's gonna be a snappy comment, or B, you finna talk to your sister, who is the landline to everybody else in our damn family, and everybody finna know my shit. So we ain't finna do that. So that's number 2. Because Terrence number 1, that's number 2. Number 3. He said her husband is her husband. Okay, first and foremost, Candace, I love you, baby. I gave you a hell of a lot last season, but baby, I still love you. You shaded in the motherfucker. But here's the thing, baby girl, your husband ain't got no job.
None. Nowhere around there.
So that's why he your husband. You're not because he ain't got no motherfucking job. Talking about it's the midday I'm drinking. First and foremost, I drink all the motherfucking time. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm a classified. I'm not alcoholic because I'm not an AA, but I'm drunk. But nevertheless, I do my drinking, nigga. You ain't got no motherfucking job. That's why you drinking that motherfucking 9 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I don't judge you for it, but I know you for your work. You ain't got no motherfucking job. Talking about you part owner. That shit came out. You ain't own not a goddamn thing. So when that motherfucker went asunder. Swing low. That's what the fuck your ass was doing. You wasn't doing shit.
They probably got rid of your ass for
but now you want to sit.
Child, they probably got rid of his ass for giving the damn people food poison and making them sick with that sick ass food, much like he did Candace's ass. And that's why they put his ass up out of there. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Candace, I know you lying. That man wouldn't cook a goddamn thing for me.
Okay, Terrence, I have a feeling that for the rest of tonight, you watch Mad TV, right? Growing up, you watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the reality check?
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be me and you tonight. I think we're gonna be tag teaming these hoes. I think we're gonna be tag team.
Hey, why not? We ain't got nothing better to do.
I can see you now. But Josiah, what did Chris say about the bloggers? Because I know you just mentioned it.
I didn't see that.
Okay, because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm low-key taking a break from social media, but I'm not because I have to kind of keep my ears to the gossip and entertain it. So I be working on Twitter. And like he be coming for because you know the Peach Report Daily, right? Like he be coming for like specific people that does like commentary and also like other tweets. Like he just be going in and cussing them out, calling them old bald-headed naked hoes, like just disrespecting. It's just like, dude, like you literally you're a house husband. You literally sit in the house on Twitter looking for tweets, people bash, or coming for your wife, and you coming at them, which is fine. But why are you coming at the bloggers?
Well, remember he used to do that with Kyle, the blogger that died last year. He came. They used to go back and forth. He came for him, and they were in a real nasty back and forth. So that's what he does. This ain't nothing new.
Really, B? I want to say this to you because I know this was your idea primarily for the New Jersey show. Because you want the real house husbands of New Jersey.
Of New Jersey.
Real house husbands in general. I just want to say that Candace's Chris can't be on the show.
No. Of New Jersey. No. Just the New Jersey husbands I find to be entertaining as hell.
I also say that because some of the New Jersey husband will whoop his ass.
Yeah, they would. All of them would.
Well, look, Chris, all I got to say to you is your daddy is the bald-headed, skeezing ass scallywag, and your bald-headed mammy ain't too far from his ass. Quiet as a cat. That bitch more bald than he is. And I'm on the show. Your sister is right next behind him. See, that's the shit that I don't like. You the one that decided to get up here and spread all of your real tea, and all we can do is just read you. You ain't got no job nowhere in America, Chris. That's all we know of you. So all we can say is you a broke ass motherfucker living off that woman and living off that mama. What is you mad at us for?
Guys, hold on, y'all. Let's please be respectful in the chat in the comments. That comment right
No,
there is
no, no,
completely
no,
They
no,
unnecessary.
don't worry
no.
about it, Josiah, because I'm a moderator, so
Okay.
it's about to get
Thank
taken
you,
care
because
of.
I ain't got my phone next to me. Okay.
I got mine, and I'm a
I don't
mod,
like
so
that.
it's
That
about to
is
get
not
taken
cool.
care of.
If y'all
Don't do
that
that.
damn pressed about what people got to say to you, get off of reality TV. Y'all sit up and you want to cuss out us for reviewing the show, but all we do is review what we see.
Wait.
And if you giving us this is all we can talk about.
Now, let me say this, and this is just me speaking. I can't speak for the other men on the panel. If you want to come for me, by all means. I'm strong enough. I'm strong enough. I did 11 years in the military. Okay, Army. Rock that shit. So if you want to come for me, that's cool. But here's what we not finna do. We not finna come for the gatekeepers of the African American community, which is the women. That's what the fuck we not finna do. Now, again, you can come for me. Terrence said you can come for him. Now, Josiah and Scotty, they ain't said shit yet. But what we not finna do is you not finna come for the women.
Oh, you get cussed
That's
out
what
too.
we not finna do. And that's on some real shit. We not finna fucking do that. We would not come for the gatekeepers. We would not come for the people that hold up the culture. We would not come for those where the culture is embedded in their DNA. We not finna fucking do that. Not while I'm here. And I found my phone because I thought I left it in my room because I had to switch rooms. But if y'all want to sit here and play, motherfuckers, we can play.
Wait a minute.
Get your asses blocked on all our channels. Don't do that shit. I sit here and keep laugh, crack jokes and all, but what we not finna do, I'm gonna say it one more again. For those who hard of hearing, we not coming for the fucking gatekeepers. So that's really B, that's Sakina, and for the women that are not here right now doing their own thing, which is Jay Lee, which is Niecy, Bondi. Who the fuck am I missing? God damn, it's one more. Hold on.
Jamie.
Who the fuck am I missing?
Yeah, Jamie.
Daddy. We not finna do it. We not finna fucking do it. Not over here. And definitely not on my channel, but not over here, because I am a mod. Okay, go ahead, Scotty. I'm sorry. I just have to do a public service announcement for about a good 3 motherfucking minutes because they trying me.
Oh, I was about to say, all I did was tell Chris that he can't come at nobody because he on the show. I thought I was getting cussed out over what I said. I said, wait a minute, what the happened?
No, we're not. I wasn't talking about you. It was a comment that was directed at Really B.
Really B. Somebody came in.
It's all good, y'all. We can keep moving.
Oh, okay. I just had to make this shit perfectly clear because
I appreciate it, but I got a mod stick in this room so they can act stupid if they want to.
Me too, but here's the other thing though. But if any one of us is willing to bang in them motherfucking streets, baby, it's me.
I know.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, Chris, so you can come at me if you want to, child. I need some fun. All right, you can come at me.
But see, here's the thing with Chris though. Chris always go to Twitter and
just like his wife.
Period. Bloggers and mad at people for tweeting stuff to Candace. Y'all are on reality TV. Y'all are on a show on Bravo. Y'all are on Housewives of Potomac. People are going to have opinions about you. Get over it. If you don't like it, get out the show.
Right.
Because the same people y'all attacking, we get attacked for just speaking our damn opinion. So what are you saying? Opinions that we get paid to do. See, they don't get paid to stand for these motherfuckers on these shows.
And with all of the messed up and negative things your wife has said about people on social media, whatever the hell we give her ass, it is what it is. Let's be clear.
He always do that. He do that a lot though. I don't follow him, but people be retweeting his stuff, and I see it on my timeline. I be like, "What the fuck is he crying about now?" Like, if y'all so
he got too much time.
He worse than Peter. Shit. I'm like, Lord, sit your ass down somewhere.
Like, just shut up. Like, go somewhere and sit down. Like, what you get mad for? Like, you already knew what was gonna come with this anyway. Just like we already know what's gonna come. You see how this person that just came in alive and came for Really B for no damn reason. You know what I mean? Like, you already know what you're doing when you step foot in the public. You already know that. So Please sit down. Chris always on Twitter crying and shit all the goddamn time. Like, grow up. Anyway. How did y'all feel about Wendy turning to Karen for business advice?
You
Because she
know,
was
I
nobody
will
else.
say this. I do like this newfound friendship between Karen and
Mm-hmm.
and I say that because I feel like they said and like Wendy said in confessionals, what the issue that they had last season was not that deep. And I feel like that now that now that Wendy has been around these girls, she's kind of seen maybe Giselle's true colors, Robin's true colors, you know what I'm saying? And I really do like the dynamic that they're actually building. I wish Bravo could have showed us that scene where they made up. It would have fit perfectly into the storyline. But okay.
I agree.
But I do like that Karen keeps it 100, and also as far as business wise, giving her the business advice for her candles and everything, letting her know like, hey, like you about to go full in business. Like, where's your facts? Get your facts together. I like that dynamic between them. So I'm excited.
I like it too.
I like it, but I find it very interesting that Wendy spent all of last season talking about how she wasn't gonna kiss Karen's ass and she didn't need a mentor, and Karen act like I gotta come and kiss the ring. And I find it very interesting that that's exactly what she's doing this season. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's not wrong for going to Karen getting advice about starting a business because we know Karen has done it. And clearly she did it successfully because hers is still around and Giselle's is not. So I'm not mad about that, but I just find it really interesting, you know.
Yeah, that mentoring part, the fact that she is looking for a mentor, a mentor, it's funny, but I'm not mad at it. Like I like it.
Right, I'm not mad. Listen, yeah, and I agree with you, really, BTV. Like, I definitely agree with you on that standpoint. But I do like that she's actually, they're actually talking, and also, you know, she can take constructive criticism because, baby, Karen is gonna give it to you how it is now. She a liar. She be lying.
Okay, be telling tales, baby.
Right. But I think it's a cute, I do think, but I thought that was a cute scene though. I definitely felt like they had a good banter, you know what I mean? So I'm here for it.
Right.
I mean, in terms of business, who else around there would she gonna go to? I mean, you know, who else she gonna go to? Tacky and Forever Hugh, which is Forever Lee, Forever Done, Forever Dust. Was she gonna go to Robin and the fuck boy hats that ain't nobody buying? Nowhere near. So I mean, you know, where else was she gonna go? I was all down for her going to Karen because much like Really B and Josiah said, girl, she is doing a hell of a job with La Dog. So who else? What better person to go to but Karen? I'm here for it.
But I will say this: I am a little leery. I am giving it a little bit of a side eye because you're not going to convince me that Wendy, who wrote a whole damn dissertation that she keeps reminding us about, can't write a business plan and doesn't understand that she needs more than a paragraph. Like, I'm not totally buying that she needs as much help as she's pretending that she needs.
Wendy is playing her cards right, honey, because I think she, like I
no,
said
like
earlier,
with the business plan thing, like real talk.
What?
Like I said last week, y'all heard me talk about the business plan thing, and we're now getting it this week of them talking about it. But we also got to remember, just because someone is good with political commentary and all this other stuff doesn't necessarily mean you're good when it comes to business-minded things. And I think where she fucked up at was two places. Number one, you want to sit here and get rid of your time at John Hopkins and being a political commentator, but you want to go into essentials, but that's not an issue. But here's the other part with the essentials thing, though. Like you said, like, and Karen told her best, double what your projected expenses, double what you know your budget is, double that. But you done just sat here and got a brand new titties, brand new ass, brand new abs. You done got the whole package, the mommy makeover. All of that could have went toward this business plan. So I'm just saying. And here's the other thing: as she played her cards really, really right, you would have got good with motherfucking Mia to get in good with Gordon, and Gordon could have got your ass.
Thank you. I said that too. I said that too. I said, you ain't cool with Mia. You could have went to her or at the very least Gordon. I said, so besides them two, who else other than Karen?
Yeah.
But I will give Wendy this. Wendy, baby, that blue confessional look with that short bob, bitch. I was down for it, Wendy. Wendy, you gave me
I
high.
hated that.
I loved it. I loved it.
hated
I
it.
loved it because I felt like it's out of her comfort zone and it showed A&B. And I was seeing them. So I said, come through, Wendy. I can appreciate it because this ain't Kenya Moore.
I'm gonna have to go back and look. I have to go back and look again because it wasn't selling me.
But,
It gave
I
it to
was
me,
kinda
baby.
out
I
of
said,
it.
Wendy, you better come through, girl. Come through, Wendy.
right.
Yes, Miss Wendy, come through.
But you guys,
Well,
I'm gonna
see,
just say
you
one
know
more
what?
thing.
Terrence.
What?
No, go ahead,
Oh,
Josiah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say one more thing. I feel like that when it comes to Wendy, like I said, I think she knows how Giselle and Robbie is moving, and she's knowing the shift because after Monique has left this series, it has been a shift in the dynamic of this group of women. Therefore, I feel like that Wendy is playing her cards right by definitely making cool with Karen because number one, Karen was going to be on the outside beginning of the season if it was not for Mia or whoever was brought to be her companion. And then because now it looks like you have, because clearly we see down the line it's Wendy versus Giselle and Robin, and then Candace is going to be just stuck in between in the middle, and she might not even have no friends to film with. So I think that Wendy is definitely playing her cards right with this group of women.
I agree. I definitely feel like it's a calculated move that Wendy is making, based on whatever it is that she sees that's going on. One thing people could say now, the business side might not be on point, but she understands politics and she definitely understands how to maneuver. And I absolutely think that her making up with Karen and making good with Karen is absolutely a calculated move. I believe that. Now that doesn't mean that she didn't sincerely want to make things right with Karen, but I do think it's calculated. Go ahead, y'all.
Well, I want to say this because like I said, a little healthy rebuttal. It's beautiful for these type of things, panels and whatnot. You're absolutely right in everything you said. I totally agree with everything you just said. But here's what I want to say with this: Wendy is full of shit. Wendy can eat dirt and die. She can play in trash.
Oh, wow.
She can play in traffic and die as well. Because what you're not going to do is you're not going to sit here and give me these hypocritical statements and whatnot in terms of loyalty and all this other stuff. Because if we're going to sit here and we're going to play this thing, time with B. Shalon, thank you so much. I am so glad you love my smile. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna give it about a good 3 seconds.
Okay, Charlize, I love your smile. Okay.
All right, but no, but the thing is, you want to talk about y'all know I'm crazy, but you want to talk about and everything. Like if she wanted to just stick when it comes to Mia, just with the fact that she's a liar, which she is, and again, I love Karen. Karen is also a liar. Birds of a feather flock together. So that's why we got that, which is perfectly fine. But here's what really gets me. You want to sit here and talk about how Karen brought her into the group and you stick with Karen. Okay, well, guess what? And I normally don't do this, Scotty. I'm sorry. Because I know you don't. I know this is an issue for you with your people. But I'm going to say here, look, bitch, how the fuck you going to sit here and talk about loyalty and shit? How you gonna talk about that when Candace brought your ass on the show? Mm-hmm. Candace ain't fucking with Karen. Mm-hmm. But you at motherfucking Karen's house, eating her food, bringing bread with her, trying to sit your business off the motherfucking ground. But then you want to talk shit about Mia and motherfucking. No. You don't know the first motherfucking thing about loyalty, and quiet as is kept, loud as it is, it was rumored that you were sitting here getting names and shit, stealing lists and shit, trying to get motherfucking shit popping last motherfucking season, which is why Karen wasn't seeing it for your fuck shit ass.
Shut up.
So I finna do is you not finna sit here and try to talk about loyalty with Mia where you ain't got loyalty to Candace who brought your ass the fuck on. But go ahead, Scott. Sorry, I ain't mean to call her a bitch.
I mean, but listen, since we calling bitches out about loyalty, that's how I feel about Escale. I'm like, Escale, how the hell you gonna throw Robin up under the bus about a conversation that y'all had up amongst each other? I felt the same way about that. I said, I mean, is you about to take her spot? Did the producer tell you to do that? Is you about to come in and take Robin's spot? And if you is, I ain't mad at it.
Well, we had talked about that we feel like that she's definitely gonna slide into Robin's spot if Robin don't pay attention. Child,
Wait. Hold on. Scotty, why you go off screen? Now I went off screen because my connection be going in and out, so I'm trying to.
I went off screen because I'm texting my boss back, getting him together, and I didn't want to be on camera texting. That's why I went off camera. So
I apologize. I did apologize for me using the B word because I know that's a thing over.
Oh, you ain't have to apologize.
The only person I have a bitch is my damn dog, and that's because she's a.
So what's the next scene? Josiah?
But it's just like you want to sit here and hammer this thing out her not being.
Okay, well the next thing up was the situation with Mia and G when they were sitting down talking about her issues with her mother. Some people feel as though she should be grateful because she was in the foster home and her mother wasn't capable of raising her. But I do think that when it comes down to kids that were adopted or kids that were in foster care situation, they're gonna always feel that sense of abandonment because they're gonna always want to know why they had to be given up. You know what I mean? So.
Right. And why would somebody feel like she need to be grateful that she was in foster care? Like people don't understand, I guess if they, kids will stay with their kids will stay with their parents and, living on the streets. They don't understand, okay, this is what's best for me in that moment. And so, it's, thank God she was in a good situation and it turned out good for her, but at the end of the day, she wanted her mom. And I don't think people it's easy to say, oh, she should have been thankful, but there's that, you know what I'm saying? Like we saw it there. Like there's that longing for the fact that she never had a real relationship with her mom.
Well, here's something I want to say. And I really hope that a lot of people can take something from this. And I'm going to dig just a little bit into my personal life without going too far. But me and my other brother, I don't get along with him. Let me phrase this correctly. I don't get along with him because he's very disrespectful, and there has been a lot of transgressions that he's had on this side, and I hold firmly to that. But I had a conversation with a cousin of mine who was having issues with her siblings, and for those who because I didn't say this on my channel, I said on Really B's channel that I was going for a while because I actually had a death in the family. There was an aunt of mine. So the cousin that I'm speaking of is the daughter of said aunt. But I said to her, and this is something that I had to learn myself. Now, this ain't no Tyler Perry shit because fuck that nigga. But what I said to her is, understand this, is what you're searching for, you may never get. And you need to understand right now more than ever is that what you want, you may get, and you have to get to this point to where whether you get what you want or not, you can move on with your life. Because with me and my oldest brother, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't think we ain't never gonna have a conversation because he don't want to have the conversation with me. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I had to get to a point where I can move on with my life knowing that whether or not we ever sit down and hash this shit out, then my life will continue. Because many of us, we will stay at a certain point in life because we want something from a person and we may never get it from that person. And that person transitions on before we do. Now you're left with not being able to have, because people love saying, let the shit go. I don't believe in that shit. Fuck that shit. Because it's not about letting the shit go because you're still there. It's how can you get to a point to where you reconcile it within yourself? So when it comes to a lot of people on reality TV shows, and I'm going to get to me in a second, is some of them bring shit they've already dealt with. Like Claudia Jordan. I love Claudia. She's colorist as fuck. She's colorist as fuck. But I love her dearly, especially when she read Dee Dee the fuck down. I was here to fuck for that shit. But her storyline was something where I knew she dealt with it already, but it was, they considered her, now you're part of the show, give us something. I feel the same thing as with Mia. I feel that she somewhat dealt with it, but maybe not fully. So for her, the validation that you need, the security that you need, you may not get what you want. But you need to find it in yourself. How can I move on with my life, whether I get what I want from this person or not? Because it will happen. And I might be talking to somebody that's listening right now where you sitting here holding out like, I'm going to get this closure. You may never get it, baby. You may never get wholeheartedly, I pray that you get the closure you want. But you have to understand it may not happen. So you need to, how can you move on with your life knowing that you may not get it, because you don't want to be tied or tethered to something to where you can't come back from. That's it. That's all I got.
I totally get where y'all real is coming from.
That's all I got.
That's why I want Mia to stop chasing after her mom, because I know what it feels like to chase a parent that wasn't there. Everybody knows my real story about my mom that died. That's my mom, but she's really my great aunt. I have my real mom, and for years I chased, and never got nothing for it. It was only when I got in as an adult, and I said, you know what? I've been chasing, but I don't know why. I had a great parents. I had a great childhood. Never wanted for anything. Never missed a meal. Like, why am I still chasing? And I just stopped. And once I stopped, I did find my life get a lot better, because I stopped worrying about why somebody didn't want to be there. Quit worrying about somebody that don't want to be there. I really would love for Mia to just stop chasing her mom. You be the best mom that you can be, because her mama is not going to admit her fault in anything. So stop chasing her. And that's the God's honest truth, because I've been there. So I personally know.
And let me add to that. Y'all definitely are giving a word. But let me also add to that too. And as we're having this conversation, I really think about Keisha Cole and Frankie. And rest in peace, Frankie. But at a certain point, you have to just also accept the person where they are.
Yes.
Like, at the end of the day, I think Keisha Cole finally got to that point where she was like, you know what? This is my mama. This is who she is. And I either have to accept who she is and accept and put her in that place in my life, or I can continue to beat myself over the head, wanting her to be clean, wanting her to be sober, wanting her to be whatever I had in my mind that she was supposed to be as a parent. And so I think that's the other thing that, Mia, if your mother is trying to make steps, or if your mother is trying to be present, you also have to accept what she can do. If she's still battling addiction, or she's still dealing with those demons, like T said, she may never admit what she did or be able to, because what I think people don't understand is she has to accept that she was a shitty mom. For whatever her reasons were, whether it was addiction, whether it was a man, whatever, she has to accept that she was a shitty mom. So she can't admit it to you until she's ready to admit it to herself. And I think that's where a lot of people get caught up with wanting their parents to admit, well, you remember that time when, you left me home for 2 days by myself and you was out in them streets, and they're going to be like, no, I don't remember that. Yes, you do. They may very well remember doing it. But for them to admit it means they have to accept that they left their child at home for 2 days in an apartment. You know what I mean? I mean, that's an extreme example, but I think that's the other thing too. And we done went way left. But yeah, Mia, if your mother's trying to be around, just put her where you can put her and accept her where she is and move forward. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. Like,
And if she don't want to be there, Mia, you be the best mom that you could be to your kids. That's what you continue doing.
But but even with that though, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. We also have to remember that everybody's human. No one wants to hear this, but everyone is human.
No, that you're right.
But there really isn't a book to how to do this, how to be a good parent, how to be a good this, how to be a good that. And again, for me, I try to look at things from different vantage points. So like I say, your mother, father, whatever might have dealt with substance abuse, this, that, and third. And the reality is this: yes, there are certain things that we want. Like for me, like I said, my mother was there, but I wanted her to be more of a nurturer. Long story short, she gonna get mad that I said I don't give a fuck. But like I said, my father did his dirt. They divorced when I was 2 years old. So she had to be both. She had to be just both parents, to the point where I didn't get nothing from her because she pretty much got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, left by 7 to be at work by 9. Put food on the table around about 9 o'clock. And we've been out of school since maybe about a good 3, 4. And turned around and did the shit again. So shit happens, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's something that I wanted, but understanding what she went through in her mentality, because so often we put ourselves in this point of what I want, pity. And here's the gag. And the word gag is coming from Terrence, but here's the gag. Chances are you about to sit here and put your children through some of the shit that you got put through yourself. Maybe not to the fullest extent. Because I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Obviously, her relationship lasted that long on this show. Your eldest child might sit here and be dealing with a whole lot because you probably not pouring into him maybe the way that you probably should. If this relationship dissolves, you done got your kids accustomed to something. Now they're gonna be reduced to what they're not necessarily accustomed to the extent that they were. So again, parents can only do the best that they have, and there is no concrete book on being a parent, because again, there's generations that goes with generational curses, personalities, understanding, and a lot of this isn't passed down. So you don't really know how to deal when it comes to another person. And then we got to a point now within our generations, between Generation X and Y, where I said this with my family. I got cousins where you can't put your hands on their kids. I grew up during the time where coming down the motherfucking street. Now, I am Generation Y, but my parents were born within, I'm going to just give y'all a scale of 1945, 1955. I'm going to be nice. But I come down the street, get my ass whooped by everybody on the way, get in the house, and still get my ass whooped again. We don't live in those days. The whole parenting guide is so different, but what happens is we get so deep into where we were, how I feel, this and that. And I'm even speaking to myself. And I had to grow out of that shit. Because you gonna hold your parents to a standard, you probably not gonna hold as a parent either. Parents can do the best that they can with what they got. And we don't live in that whole village raise a child stage no more. So again, part of me feels that her storyline has already happened and we're just revisiting it. But even if it isn't, and if Mia is here and you are listening to me, baby, go to therapy, deal with what you done dealt with, figure all that shit out, and once you done, take your children and put them in therapy. So y'all can break these generational curses, and then you can get to being a good person and giving your children the lives that they deserve and not what you think they need.
I will say this.
And I'm through.
I will say this. I want to piggyback off what really B said, because sometimes you do have to meet people where they are. And I know that my situation is very different because it doesn't involve parents. It's more so grandparents. I've never had a relationship with none of my grandparents. Not my dad's mom, not my mom's mom. I didn't have a relationship with them. However, I gotten to know my grandmother maybe 3 years ago, and I have come to the realization that because we spent so many years without a relationship, and I'm now 32 years old, I feel as though I'm okay with not necessarily, because when you see other people with their grandparents, you wonder what that's like to have grandparents to be that close, or to have that admiration for grandparents. I don't have that because I've never had grandparents in my life. So I've grown to accept the relationship as what it is. You know what I mean? Because I'm 32. I spent 32 years of my life without really being close to my grandparents. So it's kind of like, okay, I may have wanted us to be very close back in the gap, but I'm a grown ass man and I don't necessarily need to have that at this point. I'm good with it being where it is. We're good. I can come to your house, whatever, come for the holidays and do all that. It ain't even got to be, what it may be like it is with the rest of the grandkids. Sometimes you just have to meet people where they are, and sometimes you just
Mm-hmm.
have to accept certain relationships as what they are. Some relationships just aren't meant to be close. For example, my mom is not close to her mother because her mother was abusive to her. Yes, I'm saying it publicly, but she was abusive to her mom. Her mom gave her up at 6 weeks old, and she was with her grandparents from 6 weeks on up. So she never had that motherly love for her mom, and she doesn't care to have it at 56. You can't miss something you never really had, and you
Right.
just have to accept it
Absolutely.
for what it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that be like, "Well, I wish I had my mom in my life." My mom is like, "I don't fuck with that
That's
bitch."
right.
It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Sometimes you just have to
I
meet
know that's
people.
right, mama. I know that's right. Fuck the bitch.
My
Sometimes that's
mama.
how I be. It's some people in my family that's how I am with them, and it's no shade. But it is what
Abby said she'll be your grandmama, Scotty. She said she got you, boo.
yeah,
Oh.
they're probably the same damn age. So
Child, don't get me started.
really B
Don't get
texted me and told me to say that, Abby. So if you gonna
Dad,
cuss
that's a
me
lie.
out,
You
you
know
gotta
that's a
cuss
lie,
her
Abby.
out first.
Abby, you know that's
And
a
then
damn
you gotta
lie.
cuss out Scotty because Scotty let it happen on his channel because he should have muted me.
Wait a minute. First of all, I didn't know you was gonna say that. Don't even try to put this on me, bitch. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All
No.
right, moving right along.
Anyway, Karen, Karen,
No, 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 Gravy, no, fuck that shit. Terrence got to keep going, keep going, keep going.
anyway. So now we get into this sit down between Candace and Karen. And I know a lot of us have opinions on that.
Can I say my
So
piece right quick?
go ahead.
Well, I haven't done my review yet, so that's why I'm asking. Um, I feel a couple of different ways about this, honestly.
Hmm.
Based off the conversation itself, if
I'm
we
with you.
take out the part where Karen went to HR, if we take this out completely, I understand Karen and I feel her part, but I will also say, was she completely neutral? No. But at the same time, what people fail to realize is when you're in a sticky situation like that, you may think you're being neutral and you may not. It's a very, and she said it best, it's the worst position to be in. And she's right. She is definitely right. But we also have to remember outside the HR shit, Karen did tell Monique, baby girl, you were wrong. Now, Terrence over here, this guy right here, he did us a solid. He gave us a play-by-play of Candace get that ass bopped. Because from when I saw it initially, because I didn't take the time to slow it down, I thought what it was is when Sockneck Gizzard put her hands on Monique, I thought that was the trigger until Terrence giving you the real tea. Slow that shit down. And sorry, Candace grabbed her and pulled her jacket. That was the trigger. Now Monique fucked up because she ain't catch that. Probably should have Terrence before she started talking. She should have called Terrence, been like, Terrence, what happened? Give me the play-by-play. But regardless of that, Karen had her position and she was trying. She wasn't successful. Trying to be neutral between the two parties. And even when she told her then, given everything, I will probably do the same thing again, because what she was trying to say, and if y'all caught it, production is crafty as fuck. Because what she was trying to say is, when everything went down, the other girls crowded around you. I wasn't able to talk to you. I was iced out. But she was trying to let everybody know, like, I was trying to get to you. But the people that you let get around you didn't mean your ass no motherfucking good. They were trying to sit here and fill you with an agenda. That's what they didn't want us up here. But at the same time, Karen did go to HR. I understood the HR thing, because for those people that don't work in some type of corporation, you ain't gonna get it. Because a lot of real shit, street talk shit. And they jumbled up because people were stepping on their fucking selves and whatnot. That particular piece, I ain't agree with. But we're not going to talk about that because it came up at the reunion, not during the show. That's why you ain't heard shit about it. But I will feel away too, because here's the thing. I love Karen. I do. She a lying-ass heifer, a hussy, a Jezebel, a charlatan. Okay, she a lying, whichever one we want to use. But given all of that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have let her in my motherfucking house. Because if you done went to HR on me, regardless of what the fuck it was, you ain't coming in my house. We gonna be at a fucking cafe or some shit. You ain't coming in my house. But again, I'm saying all that to say, like, I understand.
Candace want to show that house off.
It just gives
let anybody and everybody in their house.
What happened?
I said Candace want to show that house off. She gonna let anybody and everybody in the house.
Since you brought it up, it ain't even just that. It ain't even just that. What it was is Candace was like, you know what? I realized that Karen is a fan favorite, and Sockneck, aka Giselle, aka Tree Stump Rings, is the production favorite. I need to get in where I fit in, so I can get my scenes. That's what the fuck that was, because the reality is all of us as grown adults, if we exclude the reunion, I think we all can agree of where Karen was when it came to this whole debacle. That she was trying to play center the best she could. And again, if you've ever found yourself in that place, it's hard. It is very fucking hard. So she did the best she could. Now, again, I'm telling you, you call motherfucking HROB, and even with this particular show, this show is like a business. HR exists. It does. But again, you call HROB, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I'm coming for your motherfucking neck. I'm going to make sure that the next HR call is coming from me, baby. But she did what she could.
Go ahead,
and of course, Candace want to make sure she stay on this show, because without this show, her business, her music thing don't work. Her husband ain't got no job, so she need this show. But go ahead, really, B. I'm sorry, I'm just talking.
All I was gonna say is this: I agree that it is a hard position to be in. I've been in that position before, and even when you think you're not taking sides, you end up taking sides, because it just is what it is. But I'm gonna say this: Karen was in a no-win situation, because she was dealing with one rational person and she was dealing with one irrational person. And I'm not talking about the fight. I'm not going back down that road. But what I mean is, Monique was cool with Karen trying to be neutral and being cool with both of them. Candace would not going to be happy with anything less than Monique is wrong. I'm not going to speak to her anymore. I'm not going to be her friend anymore. And I am your friend and your friend only. That's all Candace wanted to hear. So anything less than that, Candace was not going to be receptive to it. So it really didn't matter what Karen said. If Karen said anything less than that, it was a no-go. That's just how I feel about it. I just feel like Candace was not going to allow Karen to try to be neutral. I'm not arguing the fight. I'm not going back down that road. But Karen's decision to try to stay friends with both of them, Monique was okay with that. Candace was not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with me, I might have the unpopular opinion.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, well, y'all will be all right. I will say Candace has the right to feel however she wants to. Excuse me. Kleenex has the right to feel whichever way Kleenex wants to feel. Okay? I have no problems with Kleenex having the feelings that she feels. What I have an issue with is you still crying behind this woman being real with you and still standing in her stance, which is basically, I'm not going to be browbeating Candace, and these tears that you're doing, it doesn't faze me because it's not changing me and where I stand. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I agree how everybody feels with Karen. Yes, we know. We know. But I fuck with Karen because I'm so glad she did not backpedal and coochie pop in the handstand just to make Candace feel better about herself. Like I refuse to. No, like Monique's not even there no more. She's gone. Is it like at this point? Nothing should faze you, and you shouldn't still be crying over this. That's one about this HR thing, and I totally get it. You know, Chris ain't got a job nowhere in America. We know that. And he better hope her music do good, child. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But I mean, you went to the police on Monique, and Karen went to HR on you. So I mean, you know, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, you gotta let that shit go too.
But let's not act like, okay, listen, I hear what y'all saying about the HR thing, but let's not act like Karen didn't have a good reason. Candace wished death on her.
Right.
If one of my coworkers sent me a text message wishing death on me, I'm going to HR too.
I thought she said go to hell.
Yeah, like what is worse? Her going to HR on you and y'all could worry about that versus you going to the police to press charges on this girl for you getting popped 3 times in the back of your head, no blood, no nothing. Girl, that wig was your helmet of salvation, child, because I don't know how this stayed on your damn head. She was the one that left away with a busted lip, bleeding and every damn thing. She ain't even go to the folks on you. It was what it was. So at the end of the day, I'd rather get fired than to sit up and kill people before we go to jail. I don't care.
I'm gonna slightly disagree with the HR part because I don't recall Candace wishing death on her. I thought she told her
go to hell.
It was deeper than go to hell.
No, it was deeper. It
was deeper than go to hell. No,
that's why I said we don't know what all Candace said to Karen.
No, they read it. It was deeper than go to hell.
Yeah, it was way more than just that.
Yeah, it was more than go to hell. No,
just putting her foot in her damn mouth.
Yeah, it came out at the reunion what she actually, it didn't come out during the season. It came out at the reunion what she actually tweeted her. And the fact that Karen reached out to Bravo and was like, y'all might need to get her some help because I think she's losing it. Like, but I forgot exactly what she said, but it was deeper than go to hell.
But it don't matter. She need to get over that. Get over that HR thing, child.
Well,
get over these tears. Lord.
This is what I'm gonna say in regards to the situation with Candace and Karen. I feel 2 ways about it, and on top of that, I can see it from both angles. When it comes down to Karen, when you dealing with 2 people that are your friends and they fall out, it's always going to be difficult to be friends with the both of them. It's always a fine line when you are dealing with a situation like that because I've been in it. Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Just let
I
me
know.
finish. Just let me
Okay, go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just let me say this so you can get what I'm trying to say. It's always a fine line when you're trying to be friends with two people that are having an issue or a fallout because your every move is being questioned. It don't matter what you're doing. One person may not care that you're friends with both of y'all, but the other person is always going to be that other person that feels like you need to take my side and my side only when you don't have a bone in this fight at all. Like you don't have a bone in this. Like when it came, like I've had two friends that got into a physical altercation right in front of me. I was in between them, breaking it up, all of that stuff. And I never chose the side in this situation. No matter who hit who first, I never chose a side because it was their issue. I just felt like when it came down to Karen, I do feel as though she was put in a position where okay, Candace and Monique are my friends. So when it really comes down to it, I'm gonna support them both. Karen told Candace that if she got physically assaulted, she would go to the courts too. You know what I mean? So it's not like she ever said that the way Candace moved in a situation where Monique was wrong or anything like that, because she actually agreed when Candace decided to press charges. Karen said, "Well, I would have pressed charges because we all know that she would press charges. And Karen ain't gonna fight no damn body, so of course we're gonna press charges." But Candace, on the other hand, I feel as though when it comes down to being, because a lot of people came in my comments today saying Karen was not neutral. Karen was not neutral. She chose Monique's side. She chose Monique's side. I personally don't feel like she chose Monique's side. I feel as though she told Monique that she was wrong, and that's that. It's nothing else she had to say about it. Like I remember I was in a predicament where it was two people, one person wrong, the other person. I told that person that they were wrong and I wasn't gonna keep harping on it. The other person was pissed at me because I continued the relationship with that person. And they felt as though because I continued the relationship, I chose my side, but I was still your friend. And at the same time, I told this person they were wrong for what they did to you. But why should I stop speaking to someone because you got an issue with them? The issue has nothing to do with me. It's between y'all. Now, when it comes down to Candace, I'm not going to tell her that she's wrong for feeling slightly betrayed by Karen because that's her right to feel that way. If she feels betrayed by Karen because of her stance, then that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna say that she's wrong for feeling how she do. Do I agree with it? No. But she has every right to feel the way that she feels about the situation. It's just that on that. But when it come down to it, I understood Karen when she said, I wanted to talk to you, but you had all these women crowding up around you, so I really couldn't talk to you like I wanted to because you got Giselle in your ear, you got Robin in your ear, you got Wendy in your ear, you got all these women crowded up around you being attack dogs for you. So if I really wanted to talk to you, it was no way for me to do that. And then they all had opinions on how Karen handled the situation. Everybody had an opinion, and she was pretty much iced out because she decided to stay neutral. Giselle and Robert didn't like Monique anyway, so of course they're going to side with Candace and not try to bring them together. If anything, I felt as though everybody should have stayed out of the situation with Candace and Monique. That was their situation. Everybody should have stayed out of it and allowed Candace and Monique to deal with it however they wanted to deal with it because that was their issue. It was nobody else's issue. Now the HR thing, my thing is this right here. If you call HR on me, then you know I ain't fucking with your ass no more. You ain't coming to my house. You ain't riding in my car. You ain't doing none of that. So if you want to come and talk to me, bitch, we can meet up like Yarel said. Meet up at a cafe. We can meet up here. We can meet up there. You know what I mean? But you ain't coming to
Yep.
my house. You HR on me. Ain't no way you coming. Because of you calling HR, I could lose this motherfucker and I had no job because you decided to bring your ass up there to HR and tell them some shit about me and I could lose my fucking job. So therefore no. But however, when it comes down to it, I don't know what else Candace wants for Karen at this point. But what I will say is that I did like the fact that Karen stood her ground and said she doesn't regret it. Because if she did change her stance on the situation, people would have called her fake and said the only reason why she's changing her stance and trying to be friends with Candace is because Monique is no longer
So
around.
here's what I'll say. So here's I'm going to go off screen. All right. So here's my stance on this, and I'm going to talk about something. So for those who know about a certain thing called Vegas Gate with YouTube,
Oh, I know about
so I'll give my stance on this. I know, right? I'll give my stance on this right quick. So Vegas happened. I was supposed to have been there. Things happened with me because I couldn't go because we had I'm gonna go off screen so I don't buffer. But I was supposed to have been there. I was supposed to have been there for the initial one, but it was this whole thing of we were doing a CTC rotation, and they were kind of iffy. They would let me go. When it finally came down that I wasn't going, I missed the opportunity. So I didn't go. I told the host that, hey, don't refund me my money. Just put that towards some liquor. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about a good time. Things happened. Not going deep into it. Some shit happened. We fast forward. I believe it was, trying to do the math because I was in Germany in 2017. So it was around 2017. I was in Vegas with a group of people, same group. And again, the feelings for what happened previously were still there. And one thing that I did do is I said to those that were there, hey, could you not talk about this particular person? Because I'm still cool with this person. Certain people decided they still wanted to. I wasn't mad at that. We're all grown. I can't tell a grown person what they can and what they can't say. I can't. But whenever they will bring up set person, I will remove myself because a lot of this is being live streamed. And there was one dinner where someone that was there had said something about this person, walked over to me, and again, for those who tracking all of this, you can see that it happened. I pushed myself out the screen. After that, I told this particular person, I can't tell you what to do or what to say. We're all grown. But it's going to look away that I'm in a shot with you. You just got done talking shit about a certain person, and now I'm in this particular screen with you. And I'm literally, when I tell you I was playing the middle, I was playing the middle because I was cool with everybody. And I wasn't at the first trip. So whatever happened, I can't really gauge because I wasn't there, but I'm here now. And it was a whole big thing. But when it all cleared itself out, everyone that was there understood my position. But I think it was also one of those where if some shit happened, y'all rail is not gonna sit here and be in the middle of the bullshit because I'm not built like that. Though I'm not a street nigga, I'm a hood nigga. I don't do the street shit, but I grew up in the hood, so there's certain loyalty that, you know, exists there. I'm not gonna be in the midst of the bullshit, but it was so hard because it's like I'm cool with the people that's here, but I'm also cool with this person over there. And it's like, how do I transverse this to where I can exist, have a good time, but no one has their feelings fucked up and upset? So that's why I say with Karen, I understood her position because it's like, it's hard to be in the middle. And regardless of what position you stand on, you can say this person didn't do right by this person over here. You could easily say that because you're not in the middle of it. And if you've never been in the middle of motherfuckers beefing against each other, that
it's
shit
hard.
is hard.
I've been there. It's hard.
That shit is hard. And here's the crazy thing, really be, and I'm gonna just throw one name out there. You know, one of the people involved in this,
I know
and that's
all the people. I know everything. I know all the people.
And guess what? And regardless of the fact, the person in question, I'm still cool with. Me and Spiller Boy, we still fucking good, but it's difficult because you have to try to figure out how do I transverse this. Do you know how shady of a motherfucker I would have been on the but I'm not built like anybody involved. You understand? Yeah, where he comes from, and we were able to move on. But here's the reality: there were times they started with that one person. I removed myself because again, I can't tell a grown person what to do or what to say. So when it comes to Candace, she may not understand it, but here's the reality, baby. Look, and again, this is for anybody. The shit that you say you would never do or never be in, you will find yourself in that place. And sometimes you have to offer a little bit of extra grace to people because you never know when you find yourself in that situation. Because the same grace that you want in that situation, you have to be willing to give to somebody else. So Candace can be mad all the fuck she want because y'all wanted to ice Monique out. And what Karen was saying is y'all iced her out in the process. Again, we know Karen lies and all this other stuff, but Karen did the best that she could with the tools that she had. All right, go ahead, y'all go.
Josiah, you have anything on it?
I mean, honestly, man, y'all said a whole sermon up here, a good old 30-minute sermon. So everybody what they had to say. I'm sorry, that came off shady. My bad. No, but I love it though because like I was looking at it and all through clearly y'all know that Candace. I'm trying to give Candace a new lead, but I did feel like that she was at one point forcing her to make sides, but I also get where I also understand where she was coming from because Karen did come off as being like, I feel like that she could have articulated herself more during that conversation. But it and sometimes I think they will honestly they will never be good friends again like they was before last season, and that's okay. We have to realize that sometimes with friendships we're not going to be on the same page, and unfortunately, what has happened in the past. I'm happy they was able to agree to disagree. I understand. I'm glad that Candace understand that they can keep it cordial and keep it moving. You don't have to go over her house, girl. Da da da. You don't have to tell her none of your business. You don't have to try to rebuild a friendship. You know where it is, and you leave it as that.
But can I say something else before we move on to the last part, which is the pamper party? I want to say this, and I know this is, yeah. Go ahead, Yarel. You was gonna say
Yeah,
something?
just one last thing, and this is kind of piggybacking off ever so slightly. But when it comes to situations like this, what people need to also do is, and it's a very hard thing to do, is pull yourself out of the situation and look at it objectively. Because what Candace is failing to realize is in everything that happened, sweetheart, you played a role in how everything happened. Regardless of how big or minute it is, you played a part. And one thing that Candace isn't doing is taking accountability for her part in the situation. And rather than taking accountability, you want to sit here and push all blame on other people. Then say, you know what? I understand Karen was on some fucked up shit, trying to get me fired, and all this other stuff. But had I not done AB all the way to XYZ, certain things may not have happened. And the biggest thing is accountability, which is what we're not getting from Candace. Now, from Sock Neck, Doobie Wig, and the other heifers, we understand they're not going to do that. But one important thing, and again, this is another word for y'all, is when you're going through shit, when you can take yourself out of the situation, look at it objectively, and figure out your fault. I swear it's a beautiful thing because you're not going to repeat that same mistake ever again. Because when things start to get to a point and you realize, like, wait a minute, I've been here before. In the words of Beyonce or Bianca, as I like to call it, baby, this is deja vu. I done been here before. Let me stop myself before I sit here and get to a point of no return. Candace has yet to do that. Because again, in all of this, part in this. But when you accept the part you play, you learn your part. I guarantee you won't repeat it. But again, let me tell you something about the Lord. But let me tell you about the universe, if that's what you're into. If you haven't passed a certain test in your life, you're going to repeat that test. But it's not going to be with the same people. You're going to repeat that same test until you learn the lesson. And you're going to see that test one more again just to make sure you pass the test. I'm done. Go ahead, Scotty. I'm done. I'm through. I didn't come here to preach. I didn't come here to preach.
But what I was about to say was, and I think it is a little bit off topic, but in a sense it's kind of not. But people want you to be a certain type of way when you're not entitled to be a certain type of way. And I know I was called immature the other day because I have a certain stance on certain things. When I'm friends with a person, I'm friends with a person. Um, I don't necessarily take on my friends' battles because I don't want them to take on mine. But if I don't fuck with a person, that's just it. I don't fuck with a person. So it's just like with Karen and Giselle. They don't fuck with each other. For me, I feel like when I don't fuck with a person, you don't exist to me. There's nothing like you don't exist to me. Like you're pretty much dead to me at this point. You don't matter to me. You here but you ain't here. You Casper the friendly ghost to me when I don't fuck with you. And people find that to be immature, obviously, but I could care less. But at the end of the day, I just feel as though I just feel as though when it comes down to Candace and Karen, I'm just glad that they did talk about it in a mature manner because I'm not sure if Candace would have been as mature last season to talk about this with her. And I'm glad that they was able to agree to disagree and just move the fuck on because they're never going to be the same after this. Candace feels betrayed by Karen due to her stance, and the stance wasn't the stance that she wanted it to be. And they're never going to be friends like that again. And sometimes you just come to the end of the road with folks, and they're at the end of the road. I must say that. So, with that part being said, we can move on to the last part of the show, which was the pamper party, where Candace, when they first came there, Candace went back and told Giselle about her conversation with Karen. You know, they did the pregnancy photos, and then, Wendy caught herself going off on Mia, the scale girl, whatever the fuck her name is. She brought up the stuff about the drinking, Mia stripper days, and Giselle leaving early, even though she planned the event. Who wants to start off this part of the show?
I'll definitely go ahead and start off. I think that I feel like okay, when you go from with Wendy versus Mia, I girl, Wendy, you let that girl get the best of you. You showed your ass out in this last few minutes of the season. I mean of the episode. You let this woman get under your skin and you reacted to her. I wish Wendy would have acted unbothered because I felt like that if you as you being this political commentator, I would have thought you would have had your emotion control a little bit more than how the way that you acted towards Mia. Because listen, baby, Mia was gaslighting your ass, and you took the bait, and you
Sure
went the hell
did. Sure did.
off. And that's all I have to just say about that. Giselle, ugh. Ashley, I mean, okay. That was the only interesting part of that whole little party to me.
Well, we got confirmation that Mia was a stripper, but I don't think anybody was in denial about that. So
Oh yeah, we all know that. And then and how about she tried to lie and downplay it? Yeah, oh, we was in gowns, and we could get extra service, but it's not what y'all think it is. We was all in gowns, and they pay us, and I was a cocktail waitress. Sure, Jan. Like that meme when a Brady Bunch. Sure, Jan. My eyes so damn back. I almost got damn. My eyes fell to the back of my head. I was like, "Girl, shut up."
Child. Yeah, I agree with you. Wendy totally gaslit that. I mean, Mia totally, and Wendy looked a whole fool because it's like it's coming. This attack just seems to be coming out of nowhere. And every time she picks a fight with Mia, Mia gets the best of her, and she's looking foolish.
There is there is an underlying issue between these women that we don't know, and they have not shown us.
I agree.
I keep my ears to these Twitter, honey. I stay on Black Twitter, and Twitter is saying that Mia, knows someone or is affiliated with a girl who slept with Eddie, allegedly. Alex, I ain't trying to get sued. I don't know if Wendy watching. I ain't trying to get no cease and desist. But yes, that's why Wendy is so pressed.
Child, I believe it at this point because it's just ridiculous.
Okay, so all right, so a couple of things before I go in. So right quick, we're almost at 200 viewers. There's only 131 likes. Y'all know what to do. We over here giving y'all our best work. Don't play with us today. Not today, not this day. So go ahead, get on your job. If you in the motherfucking Raptors with the bats, go ahead and hit that motherfucking like button. If you in the basement with the rats, go ahead and hit that motherfucking like button. So with that being said, I'm gonna say this right quick.
Not in the basement, dude.
Yeah, in the okay. Well, look, we got some rat ass bitches watching this motherfucking show right now and acting like they don't want to comment and shit. And many of y'all up in this motherfucking comment section talking shit, but don't want to hit the motherfucking like button. Don't play. Don't do it. I told y'all I'm on one today. Don't do it. Don't do it. I said don't do it. All right. Let me stop playing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all see turns and went mute on the motherfucker, so I gotta sit here and pick up the slack and shit. That's what I do. That's my part. I pick up the slacks. That's what I do. That's what it does. Who we talking about? We talking about Mia right now?
Yeah, Wendy and Mia.
Okay, Wendy and Mia first. Okay, Wendy. 4 for 4. Okay, Miss Bean Pie Face. That's what your face looking like right now, Miss. I want to sit here and look like Mrs. Potato Head because I want to get all my pieces moved around and shape this shit to look a certain way, despite the fact you was okay last season. All right, praise God. So, Wendy, my problem with you is I don't know who you was talking to when you was at the beauty salon and they gave you some reads to give somebody because you did what Karen tried to do last. It was the first episode. Now Karen fucked up a read. She did because Sing Sing wasn't in her reads. The people that gave her read, her script, looked at her when she came back like, we didn't tell you say Sing Sing. We was talking about when Jamal put her in a nervous breakdown and sent her to the psych ward. We said psych ward, not Sing Sing. You fucked up the read, Karen. So the same shit happened today, or yesterday, I should say, or however many weeks it was when they gave us the shit with Wendy. Because we know you tried to rehearse that. You tried to prepare it. It was cute. It didn't give everything that it needed to give. Okay. because you was like Zen wins. Zen, first and foremost, I'm crazy. I'm not all the way put together. I'm not. I'm really not. I was actually outside earlier. One of my neighbors, she a crackhead. They had the perk, but she came at me talking about. So I thought she was crazy, laughing. And she was like, "Well, I am crazy. I was on the phone, but it is what the fuck it is. But that ain't the perk in all of this. But when you live in your shit, okay, you know how to orchestrate the shit. Because when you was coming at Mia, everything that you said came off very rehearsed. Okay, Zen win. Look, I talk about myself in the third, fourth, and fifth person because I'm crazy. I got different personalities living in my head. They all pop off at different particular times. So I don't know, like right now, I don't know which version of me you're getting, but damn it, you're getting one of them. But I'm my own shit. So when you was trying to pop off on her talking about Zen win, baby girl, you gotta be a special person to speak of yourself in the third person. A Martell Holt can speak of himself in the third person, though he is a Capricorn, so I understand I'm one too. But certain people can speak in themselves in the third person, baby girl, you're not one of them. And then you talking about the whole, I got time today, baby girl. That was a meme, a video of a young European American boy trying to be African American, sitting here saying, I got time, cuz. They got time, cuz that's who you was trying to embody. But that ain't what the fuck you gave us in the moment, because you didn't have time when you thought you had the time, but that's okay. You're trying to come off hard, and you ain't that motherfucking hard. And see, here's the real part. See, here's the gap that people ain't catching. Where the fuck was all this energy last week? Because when she told you my hand is in your face, and now what? Baby girl, you was on mute. You was on pause. See, the Lord put a pause in your spirit because you ain't had shit to say then, but you got shit to say now. I don't understand what it is, and you got mad with me and cleared your ass, and then you trying to say something, you dismissed. Baby girl, this ain't class. This ain't your event. This ain't your house. You can't dismiss somebody out some shit that ain't yours. Wendy, baby girl, I loves you. I do. I mean, you built like this, just straight up and down before the surgery. I understand it. You're trying, but you gonna need to do better. You gonna need to come better. Okay? I'm just saying. Y'all go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm glad that you was able to get that out. I love you, y'all. You're real. You're real. You went on straight on.
No. What y'all need? No. What y'all
went through about 3 different shows. No. I was like,
what you need to do? Call Terrence. Tell Terrence get his ass on the stage, okay? I can't be. Look, my back hurt. My lower back. I can't carry this shit. Okay.
In regards to this pepper party, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. When it comes down to Wendy and Mia, I must say that I don't understand where this beef is coming from. I feel like Wendy is trying to haze, in a sense, because she hasn't seen it for Mia since Mia came to her damn house that first night.
We ain't seen it for her since she came out with that motherfucking fucked up baby mama make her a boob job shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. We ain't seen it for her since she came up with that botched ass motherfucking job and shit. See, when you get the shit done right, you ain't gotta say shit. You can just show off your parts and motherfuckers know it was done motherfucking right. Now, sorry. I'm going off screen.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But I will say that it was funny to see Candace trying to calm Wendy down and ask her what her problem is and all of this stuff. But like we already said, that new girl, the Ethiopian girl, she's here for the mess. Okay, she is.
Yes, yes, she is.
I,
She already getting the mess started.
you know what, Scotty? I felt like that she was here. I think she was originally going to replace Robin, but maybe the producers just did not have enough personal background storyline for her to be an official cast member. Because we already know before Potomac was released, these streets was heavy saying that, oh well, Robin could be possibly fired allegedly.
Josiah,
And what's up?
Josiah.
You're real. Yes.
Before I say my piece, I want to say this. You have a kind heart, a kind spirit, very handsome young man, all this other shit, beautiful smile, okay, all that shit. But let me say this, nigga, you're full of shit, okay? And when it comes to these shows, they don't care about seniority or nothing. They care about who gonna give us the most for our motherfucking dollar. Let me take y'all on the trip to Beverly Hills. I know
Another trip. We going on another trip.
hold on, right quick, hold on, because I know most of you ask act like y'all don't watch shit. But Sutton, I can't stand that hoe. Fuck her every week, every Sunday. Fuck every orifice, the nose, the ears, the eyes, the mouth, the ass, the pussy. Fuck all that shit. But she ain't had nothing to give us last season. But she only giving us because the Asian American woman that came here and checked her motherfucking ass. That's the only reason we getting some. Here's the thing. Y'all watch these housewife shows, they gonna throw all the pieces in. But if you this is what we got again with Claudia. I forget what season it was. The only reason Claudia got a motherfucking peach. Because Claudia ate motherfucking meaty leaks up for breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, and everything in motherfucking between. So with the Ethiopian woman,
we done been through 5 different shows.
I'm
You're
just
real.
saying,
I'll
but
take whatever you have, and please.
Wait, what was that? What you say? Wait, what you saying?
I said, whatever you've been sipping on, I'll take what you've been sipping on, Urel. Please give me.
You ain't ready for it. This will put hair in your chest. You ain't ready for it.
Clearly, shit.
Oh my god.
Well, with that being said, so I am tired. It's been a long day. But with that being said, y'all, yeah, this has been a night up here. It's been a night. Last week, Terrence was in rare form. This week, obviously, it was Yarrell that was in rare form. I don't know who the fuck gonna be in rare form next week, but it ain't gonna be me. But with that being said, y'all, it's time for us to end this. Hope y'all had a great time watching tonight. Any final words before we
Wait, Scotty, wait. So really quickly, two things. One, for Spiller Boy TV, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, we are friends in real life. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And then also for Rainbows and Black Roses, saying that I'm hold on, wait, let me find a comment right quick. Hold on.
Oh Lord.
The comment was now he said he must have drove by Long Island or had some of their fire. What you don't know is when I first and foremost, those that want to know about my channel, my name is right here. Right here. But my drink of choice is not a Long Island, but a Strong Island iced tea. That is my shit. That is what I drink. I'm glad that you was able to catch it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You must did it.
Go ahead, Scotty.
He did a triple.
She said he did a triple. Well, with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. We will see you next week at the same time, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central Time. and hopefully Gabrielle does not overdose on that lost
You
item.
know, Scotty, really
Lord.
quickly, since he's in the building, now I don't call him mother because that's not what he is to me. But if you can reach out to the king, the one who does the motherfucking thing, if you could reach out to James Colwell, aka Spiller Boy TV, I'm pretty sure that he will be able to give you a nice little flavor for next week. Cause you never know, shit. Milan might pop the fuck up. Cause you never know, shit. James might say I'll be there. Milan might pop the fuck up, still the whole motherfucking show. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to him. You never know. He might want to slide in, do a little guest cameo next week.
He's always welcome up here. Whenever he wants to come, he's always welcome. I think he did a panel with me before. I think me, Josiah, and Bundy.
Yeah, it was
and
for the
Terrence.
LGBTQ panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, he did something with us before, so he's always welcome to come up here. But y'all, it's about to rain and thundering, and I have to do a video about the baby and his homophobic ass remarks.
I know,
before
me
I go
too.
to sleep. So,
Gotta go live in a little
Wait.
bit.
so I gotta go.
So before we leave, because I've been the last 2 weeks,
Oh.
I didn't really have anything for the day, but this is it. So for all of us up here, if you could do, and Carlos, if any of these people show up on season 2 or 3, 4, 5, or 6, nigga, I want my money. But anyway, if you could create a dream team for BET presents the encore, whether it be male or female, who would you pick?
Oh yeah, you did say you wanted to ask that before.
I did.
I don't know about the women because I think that the next one should be all males. So for me, I would probably say Tyrese, Genuine, Tank. Damn.
I hear that. It's already going down over here, child. So I ain't been saying shit.
Right. Tank, Jaheim,
Okay, Jaheim.
um, who else? Probably a Carl Thomas, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
And who would be the last one? Maybe Case
Okay.
and Joe.
So pretty much you went ahead and did the whole best man that I can be video, but I'm gonna let you slide. Let you slide.
Basically.
I think my dream team is Cisco, Q from making a
Ooh, and he's
from
so far from.
I would have to say Baby Blue because he will, everybody needs a little rapper, and he's when you think of, I'm thinking
Ain't
of
he about to be
reality.
in jail?
Right for
Right. He
PPP.
wasn't in jail. I'm thinking about like reality. No, scratch Baby Blue. No, Slick 'em.
Pleasure. Slick up.
Because you need that one.
Oh shit!
Because you need that one irrelevant ass group member. No shade. If you're trying to have a good ass
Baby girl, for
reality
me,
TV
that's
show,
irrelevant as fuck.
so
Out of Pretty
well,
Ricky.
he's the only one who has not really made anything. No shade.
True, he wasn't even on Love and Hip Hop.
But who else will I have? I would have Casey and JoJo. I would have Raz B on there.
Lord Raspy.
Raz B from B2K, absolutely. And then maybe a solo person. I would have who would I have as a solo guy on there? It would probably either have to be in between Tyrese or it would have to be somebody that's maybe like who popped up in the thousands. I don't know. Maybe a Marion, but he won't join. I'm pretty sure he won't join.
Hell nah.
No, Mario. Oh my God,
that's my man.
Yeah, him.
That's my man.
And Sammy.
Oh, that's my. Come on, Josiah. My First Love. I had his cassette tape with the single on it.
Yes.
I don't really
Really?
have one. Look, I just skipped a
Oh, we
line. I don't really
probably
have
did
Really?
one.
all
Wait,
of them.
wait. Okay. So, Sakina, since you weren't here last week and you don't have one this week, I will give you last week's, if I'm not mistaken. So it's you have to pick who is the messiest between these four moms of reality TV. And it's messed up because
Okay.
I got other names and I was like, I can't believe I missed them. But here's the ones. You tell us which.
Yeah.
Josiah, you too. So listen up closely.
Okay.
So we have Mama D from Love and Hip Hop ATL, Messy. We have Mama Wanda from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Mama Joyce from Love and geez Louise, for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then we have Mama Dorothy from the Real Housewives of Potomac. So Sakina and Josiah, out of those four, who is the messiest?
Oh my God. I would have to say Mama Joyce because Mama Joyce has caused so much drama and gossip about everyone. I think that she's the most messiest.
Okay.
Oh, can I take that back? No. When I think about it, me looking back at like Love and Hip Hop, I think Mama Jones. Mama Jones was the most bad.
Wait. Ms. Punkash wasn't part of the names, though I forgot about her. I forgot about her. All right, so you said Mama Joyce. Okay, Sakina, how about you?
I would like to know. So I didn't hear anything, but I would definitely say Joyce, and I say her because she's first of all, out of all of them, she's the one that gets me going the most when I watch it and I get pissed off. I'll say her because she is definitely messy and she also uses her daughter. So like I don't really be feeling like she has Candy's best interest at heart. Everything that goes on with Candy is all based on her. She don't want nothing to interfere with what Candy got going on because she want to keep up with her the little lifestyle that Candy didn't provide for her. I just don't like her. So Mama Joyce for me.
All right.
So with the whole encore thing, so here's my pick.
Y'all
So
real.
What?
You go ahead. I thought you was getting ready to ask another question. Go ahead.
No. I was going to give my opinion for the encore. So since we're doing men, actually I do women first because we're probably not going to do women again. I'm going to say Alexandra Burke from X Factor. All of the hoes from Allure, because All Cried Out is my shit. That remix that they did with 112, that's my shit. Fergie and Blue Cantrell. Now, if we did the men, I would say Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert?
Yeah, why not?
This is not MTV. Aubrey left she got picked.
We had fucking Audrey on there all day. And Adam Lambert can sing circles around her ass. I'm just gonna be honest. Adam Lambert, that boy can sing his ass down if he wanted to. So Adam Lambert, y'all gonna get mad at me with this one. But Ashley Parker Angel, if y'all don't know who he is, look his ass up because I ain't here for no damn history lesson. Avant, and just for the sake of having some fucking ghetto ass hood shit, C Murder. That's it. I'm done.
Ain't he in jail?
It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, well, y'all, this is the end. I'm gone. We all gone. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Y'all real is drunk. And we're done.
Yes, I am.
So,
Wait. I am the drunk of the panel, and I'm cool with that. Like
we
Brianna
know.
is the drunk of growing up hip hop. I'm the drunk of this panel. And
We
can't
know.
nobody take it away from me. And if you want to take it away from me, let me know. So I can have
We
me a
don't.
5-gallon
We
bottle.
don't.
Good night.
Now it's raining hard outside. I need to go. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.